following podcast may contain some adult language. You've been warned.
Those of you who got an invite, welcome to Nerd Prom.
No matter where in the world you are, we're all Nerds International. With the hyphen.
Welcome to Finding the Narrative, a Genesys RPG podcast. This is a show dedicated to the Genesys role-playing system from Fantasy Flight Games, a show in which we normally, your hosts, will discuss all things Genesys from a player's and a GM's perspective. However, today we're going to do an actual play. I'm bad habit of calling them live plays.
Well, as we're recording, it is live, so technically speaking.
I am Tony Fanning. I'll be GMing. Mm-hmm. And with me, as always, are my co-hosts, Chris Holmes and Stefan Dragonspawn. Chris, how are you doing today?
Dude, I'm doing good, man. I am doing good. I ran Eberron last night. Did my Jewel of Yavin conversion. Went pretty good. It was a brain burner, though. There was so much freaking information. I know you remember that, Stefan, right? You guys weren't having any of that shit. You're like, just whatever. Just email us or whatever. But anyways, and then my buddy brought over these fucking donuts, man. Put them in for 10 seconds. Tastes like Krispy Kreme. My God. And I ended up getting another like half a dozen a day. Anyways, hey, Stefan, how are you?
I'm good. I guess that diet is getting a bit of a bump with the donuts.
I do need to get on the bike, though.
No, I'm doing good, too. Just trying to get some more gaming and as much as possible. I'm in a game with Matthew Jones, doing like a flat Earth post-apocalyptic thing, running us through that. Kind of fun.
Flat Earth post-apocalyptic. Oh, my God.
Yes. So Cthulhu arose and he flattened the Earth.
That's actually fairly brilliant. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and we're trying to retrieve some ancient relics from Disneyland in Florida.
Nice.
Yep. And yes, joining us for this actual play is my best buddy, and of course the guy we name the Gaming Ho because he can never say no to a game. My good friend Daryl Cartier. Daryl, how are you doing?
Hello. Pretty good. Can't complain.
Good.
Looking forward to getting some gaming down.
Nice.
Always.
All right, so let's kick this off. Oh, sorry, Daryl. Go ahead.
No, I said let's get her done.
All right, let's kick this off. So I will be running our game's setting that Chris and I ran, that we created last year, the Primordial Machina setting. I'm using pre-gen characters, or we're using pre-gen characters that I made for my Con on the Cob adventure, which was called Out of Calder Into the Fire. And tonight's adventure is called Meat for the Grinder.
Nice. Looking forward to it.
So our three characters are all members of the Golden Shard Adventuring Company. So let's first cover who our characters are. Let's start with Daryl. Who are you playing?
I am playing Hugo Blitz. He is a paladin, also a mongrel, and he as a young teen, he became enthralled and eventually joined the Triad of Synchrony, an order of Holy Templars dedicated to principles of honor, blood, life and water, and society artifice, and is currently the leader of the Golden Shard Adventuring Company.
Sweet. All right. Stefan, who are you playing?
I am playing the Fire Amalgam, the very hot Zandra Cole. She's a gunslinger and bounty hunter. And she's joined the Golden Adventuring Company too. She likes to laugh, she likes to love, and she likes to throw as much passion as she can to everything she does. And she actually had a very hot and heavy romance with Hugo for a while. And there's still some smoldering heat, of course. she would like nothing better than to just blow on those embers and reignite the bonfire. But she has to keep it business apparently. So
Okay.
of course, no
And
one knows
last-
about this, but except our loyal listeners.
Right. That's a secret. Good.
Yep.
The listeners are cued in on that. All right,
That's it.
Gustav. What's Chris playing? Who?
Hey, you need to tone that back, little one. Come on. I'm playing Gustav Cogsmith, one of the founders of the Golden Shard Adventuring Company. We did 15 years ago with Old 77 and Mercy Cutter. So I'm bringing these two green ones with me, even though you guys have been, with us for a while. But no hanky-panky on this adventure between you two. Stop. And he is the artificer. With
Very nice.
So he has artifice as a skill.
All right, that's your magic skill.
That is my magic skill.
All right.
Cool.
So, we begin the adventure. It is currently 2 days after the Witchlight Festival of Calder. The adventurers of the Golden Shard Adventuring Company have been instrumental in thwarting the plans of the immortal resurgence terrorists to unleash an Elder Fey monstrosity in the middle of a masquerade ball. And now they have made quite a name for themselves in the local broadsheets. That's steampunk for newspaper.
I like that.
Our 3 intrepid adventurers have been contacted via runner, sent a messenger to you. You're staying at your friend Mercy Cutter Kincaid's mansion currently. He has contacted you via messenger. And you've been contacted by airship captain Alistair Pendrake of the airship Aurora Dancer, a former paramour of Sandra's from her past.
Ah, yes, I have so many. It's hard to keep track.
He has beseeched you for help. And so now, a few hours later, you are seated in the captain's cabin on board the Aurora Dancer. He has poured wine, which I am currently drinking some Pinot Noir for effect.
Nice.
He has poured some wine for you all, and he is. The pleasantries are all over. And he is now sitting across from you, and he tells you this tale. He says,
Zandra is having mulled wine because she likes things hot.
Well,
she's heating it up herself.
Okay, all right. Are you both others drinking the wine?
Yeah.
Reluctantly, yes. You don't have vodka, do you?
I will.
He doesn't have vodka. I drank the rest of it last time, I think.
Vodka, darling, that is for barbarians. Drink the wine.
I'll nurse a glass.
I'll
Just
drink
taking
that
the
glass.
occasional sip.
All right. Says, I brought you here to help find 6 members of my crew that have gone missing. They went missing on the night of the Witchlight Festival. The missing crew includes my XO, Mr. Temple, my chief engineer, Mr. Johns, and 4 of my stoutest crewmen. I'm worried about them, but I can't undertake finding them myself, as I must stay and oversee the Fey Crystal retrofit to my main engines, which requires my constant supervision, as you can tell by the bags under my eyes.
Well, of course, Sherry, we understand those things are so difficult to maintain.
Yes. Well, we've been running on steam for a long time, but now we're switching over to Fey Crystal. We'll add at least 3 knots speed to our flight.
I do remember when you used to be able to last all night long.
He looks around kind of embarrassed.
I look at him and say, well, progress being what it is, all things change eventually. It is for the best, I'm sure.
Yes. Well, the Fey crystals we've purchased are made by the finest dwarven craftsmen. However, they still require my constant attention, and I am missing my chief engineer and my XO, who will both be integral in the process. So I was hoping that the three of you could, well, perhaps track them down. If you have to return them in ions, that would be fine.
Could you? Certainly, we'll do what we can to locate them. Could you let us know where they were last seen?
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Well, I've been interviewing other members of the crew this morning, and they disappeared when they were out on the town for their revelry on the night of the Witchlight Festival. Mm-hmm. Last I had heard, they were headed to the Ashgate ward of the city, which is a terrible neighborhood. It's home of filthy criminal underbelly of Calder, known for three things: magma shine, pit fighting, and crime.
My kind of people, I'm sure. That's where I get most of my work.
Now, where they went to down there, I haven't the slightest. But I'm sure, with your skills, you'll find them in no time.
Of course. And what kind of reward are we talking about when we do find them?
Well, I understand that it is a hefty 50 crowns a day for each of you.
That sounds reasonable. Yes, reasonable.
That is correct. That is our... Unfortunately, that is the rate we charge for the moment, but we must make ends meet.
Well, I understand, and I can pay those prices as long as it isn't going to take you, well, too long.
No, of course not, darling. We know that you are pressed for time. We will make our very best to find them quickly for you.
All right.
3-day minimum, of course.
Yes, of course. Well, we plan to be underway in 3 days, so if it takes more than that...
All right, then 2 days minimum, because you're
I'm afraid I'll just have to wire you the money.
Well, okay, 2-day minimum at the very least, because you are such a good friend of mine. We will make an exception.
We will not tarry too long. We will have news for you shortly.
If it only takes you a day, why do I have to pay for a second, my dear? That seems unreasonable, and I never negotiated that with Mercy. Let's make a negotiation check.
All right.
So your negotiation versus his, and his negotiation is going to be his presence of 3 with 1 rank. So it's going to be a total of 3 difficulty, 1 of which is red.
Right. Well, here we go.
And I do have the story pool set up currently.
Yes.
It is 3 players, 3 for the players, 1 for the GM.
All right. So I'm going to flip a story point because of the hot passion love affair that we used to have. He may have some feelings for me.
Excellent. It fits the name you chose for today for logging into my fantasy grounds.
There we go. Which is, I'm so hot and horny.
Wow.
Jesus.
Very nice. I'm
That's
happy
good.
with the pool.
All right, me too. So there we go.
Look at you succeeding all over the place.
Succeeding with a bit of threat. I guess I'm a little drunk.
A little tipsy, perhaps?
A little tipsy, too much mulled wine.
Okay, I'm going to use that narratively. He kind of sees that as a, like you mentioned your hot past, and he goes,
Yeah.
well, I can't complain. We had our days, and most assuredly could have them again anytime you like, my dear. Which kind of makes your face a little bit flush as Hugo's sitting right there.
Right.
So take a strain, please.
All right.
And Gustav just coughs a little bit. I'm telling you, I need something much stronger than this.
Very good.
All right, so the three of you
We will be on our way.
need to retrace the crewman's steps. Oh, and he says, please, by the way, if they are under the watchful eye of the Praetorians, contact me immediately, and I will take their pay and get them paroled out of jail.
Very good.
All right.
Certainly will do. All right. Well, I get a brief physical description of each, and then I guess we'll be on our way.
Okay. The brief physical description consists of this. So there's 6 of them. I'm not going to give you all of them. I'll give you the main ones.
Yeah.
So
Temple, the XO.
Temple, the XO, is a tall human man with dark hair and a swirly mustachio. Usually dresses in a red coat with gold epaulettes. Then, let's see, how about... trying to find the other one. There he is. Okay, Mr. Johns, the chief engineer, tends to be just that. He dresses in engineer's coveralls. Usually has a special gauntlet that he wears that is filled with tools. He usually takes that with him everywhere. As well as 2 of the Marines that he has on board, Foy and Sinclair. Both of them are dwarves. And one is a dwarf with a red mohawk, and the other is a dwarf with a bald head and a thickly braided blonde beard. That would be Sinclair. The other 4 are pretty much nondescript crew members.
Okay.
Or the other 2, sorry.
Right.
Yeah. Math, that's how math works, Tony.
That's right.
All right.
Excellent.
So, did everybody catch everything there? I didn't have to repeat anything, right?
I think we got everything. We're in Calder, right?
Yes, you're
Still?
in Calder, and you're headed to the... We're eventually headed to the...
Ashgate Ward.
Ashgate
Yes.
Ward, which is the filthy criminal underbelly of the city where magma shine, pit fighting, and crime are its 3 major attractions. Magma shine being moonshine.
To drink. Yes.
Nice. All right.
So we're headed to the slums of Calder. Nice.
Now,
Magma shine is a alcoholic beverage that is made in stills that pipe volcanic gases through the liquor, and it can be accidentally toxic. So that's why it's illegal. It can make you go insane drinking it.
Awesome.
Well, for those of you who cannot handle the heat, of course.
And even though the city is very hot because it's built over, city of Calder, of course, is built over a huge volcanic crater, and I will actually mention now. So when I share an image to my players, listeners, you will be able to go, and we'll have a link in the show notes, to our Finding the Narrative Obsidian Portal page, where we will have a folder for each one of our live plays with images, maps, things like that, if you have a visual reference. So I have a visual reference here of the city of Calder that I'm going to share with my players, just as a reminder.
Nice.
It's this big, huge city built on a volcanic caldera.
I see a lot of magma.
Lots of magma. Now, the city itself has mines that do dig deep down into the volcano beneath the magma pools, and that is where they get some of the precious metals
Cool.
that the city is known
Lots
for
of-
exporting.
Gotcha.
Lots of forges, I imagine.
Yes, and the other aspect about Calder is that it is run by a semi-fascist government, and the Iron Praetorians, as they are called, basically your stormtroopers. They're everywhere in the city. Troops that they patrol constantly.
So, speaking of that, I remember when we played the adventure in Calder at Kananakab. We couldn't take like weapons and such. So I should probably leave my repeating rifle.
That was because there had been terrorist activity in the city
for the festival.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
for the festival, which the streets were absolutely brimming with people, they had put out a no weapons allowed ordinance.
Okay.
And since you guys played a pivotal role in that adventure in thwarting the terrorists and actually taking out the terrorist cell, there is that edict has been loosened up, meaning that people who can get weapons permits, that was increased, and you guys all have weapons permits. Sorry, for all your weapons.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So that was part of that adventure. It was very opening, was people trying to get weapons permits for their weapons, and it was darn near impossible. And they had to either get them forged or hide their weapons or things like that. So,
cool.
But yeah, now you all have weapons permits.
Here we go.
All right.
All right. So, yeah, and also Calder is also, the government is run by, I forgot to mention this, undead.
Oh,
The
yeah.
king of the city. The king of the city-state is currently a lich.
Oh, yeah. So much fun.
I remember this from your other game.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Okay.
you guys are in the dock district, and it's going to take you about an hour and a half to get to the Ashgate ward
All right.
of traveling through the city.
And
You
you have a
were-
rough idea of where that is, right?
That means you're going to have to travel through the market, which is very, very busy today. Market was closed for the festival.
Well, yeah.
So a lot of people are in the market. It's going to be very crowded. You also know that you all have fresh bags of coin from being paid from your last mission. Paid handsomely, by the way.
Do we now?
as you-
This
Yes.
thousand credits, huh? Or
1,000 gold crowns.
gold crowns.
So you
right.
happen to have
I'm
quite a
tucking
few
that.
crowns on.
Well, I'm tucking that on a string on a pouch around my neck under my apron. So, my artificer's apron.
Very nice.
I'm going to make sure at least that most of it is tucked away safely in various inside pockets, but I'm expecting some people to try and pickpocket, so I'm going to leave at least 10 or 15 crowns in other pockets that will allow them to acquire them if they wish.
Okay. So you're putting most of it in the cleavage pouch?
Yeah.
Nice.
Very well then.
In
How
my
about you, Daryl?
in my hot pocket.
He'll keep them inside his, I guess an inner pocket inside his trousers.
Alrighty then. All right, so
several pockets.
traveling through the city, you do see an occasional patrol of Iron Praetorians. They leave you alone. Even an occasional passerby will see the three of you traveling together, and they'll go, oh, "Is that them? Is that the Golden Shard? That can't be."
We probably have our badge, almost like an emblem on our jackets or whatever. So,
Oh, of course, yes.
Why not? Why not?
Zszree has hers highly polished.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Not the only thing she polishes.
And you walk by that previous artificery shop that you went by when you first came by in the very first adventure, and there was this big tentacled dead thing hanging out the window, and that's all been cleaned up, and you can see there's an artificer working on the building now who is currently refabricating the walls, and he's got like 4 or 5 apprentices, and they're all remaking the building, and it's being paid for. And there's a sign: this construction project being paid for by Kincaid Industries.
Nice.
Like scaffolding outside and everything.
Yeah, Gustav kind of drools just a little bit. He's like, "Oh, I wish I had."
Things seems to be looking up for his business.
I know. All to be funded by a third party.
Well,
all right.
Keep wishing. You never know if it may happen. We may find a wealthy patron with too much money.
One can only wish. One can only wish. I've still been trying to find that client that will allow me to retire. So, all right.
Never lose hope, short one. Let's go.
Let's go find these boys.
So you come to a section of the city that it's down, recessed underneath. It kind of goes underneath another section of the city. Mm-hmm. You go down a big ramp into it, and as soon as you hit the bottom of the ramp, you notice there's a pall in the air, a smoky pall. That the air gets thicker, and Chandra or Zandra, you happen to notice that it is. You feel the connection to the fire manifest zone here a little more strongly.
Yes.
Everyone else is going to have to make a resilience check due to the smoke in the air.
Yes, I'm just very comfortable. It's like, the heat.
All right. What kind of difficulty are we talking?
It's going to be average, so 2 purple. And we'll start with Hugo. We'll have you roll first.
Okay, who are you?
Hugo, you are wearing like heavy armor. Are you not?
Yes, I am. I believe he's wearing plate.
All right. Well, normally I would give you a setback die on this, but I am going to go ahead instead and use that as my reason for flipping a story point.
Alrighty then.
So you're looking at a current pool of 1 yellow, 2 green, 1 red, 1 purple.
All right. Well, I'm okay with that. I'll give it a chance. Whirl, are you okay with that?
Yep.
All right. Let's see what happens. All right. I've got a net outcome is 1 success and 1 advantage.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right. So your success means the smoke isn't going to bother you, nor is the heat overly bothering you. In fact, you've used to force marches, and so neither of these things is going to affect you.
I will. Then
what do you want to do with your advantage?
Being as we're all walking pretty much within very close engaged range of each other, we're all kind of suffering a bit from the smoke or feeling the heat, and I just look at Gustav and we can take this. We're used to it. We've been here before, and I'll pass him on a boost die.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, so passing a boost die to the next player roll, which will be Gustav.
All right, I've got this. So 2 green, a blue, and 2 purple. How'd that look to you, Tony?
I'm happy.
All right, me too.
Ooh.
I think I breathed in before I caught my breath, but I think I'm good now.
Okay, so the initial shock.
Two
I may have
successes.
stepped too close to you.
Yeah, I got 2 successes, 2 threat. So
the 2 successes, the heat and smoke aren't bothering you after a moment or two, but the initial shock of it has you in a coughing fit, and you're going to take 2 strain.
I'm sorry, Gustav. I stepped too close to you. I'm sorry. I'm too hot.
Yes, you. Yeah, he laughs.
All right.
Yes, you are. I don't get tired of hearing that joke.
Sorry, I'm having a bad hair day.
Awesome.
As she flicks her flaming hair over her shoulder.
Sacre bleu.
So previously, the boulevard you were walking down had a large enough street that you could get 2 to 3 full coaches, full-size coaches across. It was pretty wide. Mm-hmm. It narrows down to being only wide enough to either take a single like horse path or one single coach through. And the buildings are, you can tell here, the buildings are hodgepodge. None of them are more than 4 stories tall because the fifth story is the roof, which is the steel or not steel, but iron and concrete, or iron and stone, I guess. Gosh, wrong words. Iron and stone floor of the upper level,
Right.
which is the factory district.
Okay.
And you know right away you're in Ashgate.
Yeah. All right. So, where to first?
Perhaps we should check to see if they're incarcerated. That would be the logical step. See if they run afoul of the law and seeing if they're being held up. If not, then we'll have to check elsewhere. So we'll do the obvious check and look and find out if they've been incarcerated, held up by... are the Praetorians the ones who uphold the law, or is it just more like a look? Okay.
Yeah.
Praetorians uphold the law as well as are the standard foot soldiers of their military. Now, I'm going to do this, since it kind of all rolls together, I'm going to do this as a skill challenge.
All right.
Okay.
This will be an investigative challenge.
All right.
What I want from you guys is 16 successes before you have 4 failed checks. So let's keeping track of that. So in an investigative challenge, I've run those before for you guys, but for our listeners, the players may choose any skills, but there's a certain number of skills that are on my list that are of reduced difficulty. Any skill they want to choose, but each player may only use a single skill once. So particularly if Chris rolls Brawl, he cannot roll Brawl a second time, but Daryl could. So,
Right. Okay.
all right. So that being said, we have, like I said, 16 successes before you have 4 failed checks. The skills involved with this challenge are going to be Brawl, Streetwise, Perception, Leadership, Knowledge Culture, Knowledge Hidden, and Vigilance.
Okay.
All of those are going to be of average difficulty, and everything else is going to be hard.
Let me ask you a question, Tony. I haven't done one of these as a caster before that's able to cast a augment spell. And I'm wondering if I might be able to cast... Would I be able to use augment and be able to augment us if I make it? My success is to augment the group, or maybe I make a couple of tinkering devices that I give us, to do.
If you're making if you're making, basically it's going to augment people's checks if you're successful on it.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. We'll do that, but it'll be a narrative use of the spell casting. But it will be at the higher difficulty because magics are not on the list.
Okay. So I guess if you don't mind, maybe I go first. That way I can augment the rest of us.
No, exactly. Yeah, that makes sense. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I'm thinking. So I'm using the artifice skill to augment us. What kind of little devices? I'm thinking. What would I use? What can I make for us?
Take a small lantern and take the images that you were given, the descriptions of them, and have it so that it shines that image, and you can walk up to people and say, "Have you seen this person?"
Sweet, I like that. That's a great idea, man.
That
all right,
could help.
Another thing is maybe there was an item, like maybe the captain said that maybe he said to you that one of them likes a certain. Wears a certain cologne or whatever, so maybe you could make a sniffer that smells that out.
Oh, there we go. All right.
That kind of stuff.
Sweet. Alrighty then. All right, so I've got 3 yellow, a green, and 3 purple, because it's the higher difficulty. It's not one of the skills on your list. And it is a... so my signature spell, we'll just keep it hard, right? The hard difficulty? Yep. Okay. And that allows me to
Now-
do a haste and additional target. So I think if I get an advantage, I'll be able to hit. I think I'll do Zandra. Or Zandra. As my extra target. And if I get an advantage, I believe I can hit Hugo too on this. So
Okay.
cool.
So she's your main target, or
She's
you're
my-
your main target.
Well, an additional target. So myself and an additional target. I think that's how that works. Right?
Okay, got it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, one additional target. Myself and her. Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah, if
you know
it's
what?
got a hard-coded
I'll
difficulty,
hit. You know what? I'll hit them. I'll do them, and then if I get an advantage, I'll hit myself. I'll augment myself.
copy that.
So they're
All right.
they're my primary targets. Okay.
All right. Perfect.
And I'm good with that pool. Are you, Tony?
Yeah, I'm happy with it now.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Ooh la la.
Ooh, holy buckets. Okay. That is 3 successes, 3 threat. However, a double triumph.
yeah.
So I'm really
Threat
confident.
on a
I'm really
magic check, though.
Yeah, 3 triumph on a magic check. Holy crap.
3 threat.
Oh, 3 threat though. Yeah, well, I'm majorly coughing.
But you did succeed your spell, so you do get your spell off.
I do, and I hit both of you with it.
Right.
And
Okay.
You could use one of your triumphs for yourself, but
So
We'll see here. Let's see.
you're over there. You stop at the edge of the district here, and you start putting these devices together for your friends.
Yeah.
And when you do so, you're making a lot of noise. And then when you imbue them with the magical power, like you hear dong 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 ringing through the district
Oh,
as it sets off a bunch of bells.
oh shit.
And people in the street are looking all over the place, and you see several of them look at you, and you see 2 of them particularly dart off into alleys as soon as they see you using magic.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Was I not supposed to use magic in this district? Holy crap.
Now,
Uh-oh.
with 3 successes counts towards your 16. 2, 3. 2 triumphs, buddy. You've got some narrative
Yeah.
control
Yes, I
here.
do.
I maybe like one of the devices immediately pings while you're all standing there, so it'll put you in like right in the place
Yeah.
where you need to go.
I think
That's
one
one,
of them.
maybe.
Yeah. I think one of the triumphs definitely is. It definitely pings, and we know where one of these guys are right away. Like whether they're in a tavern
one.
right next to us, or in a shop, or whatever it is.
Close
We are
by, yeah.
really close to them.
Okay.
That's a triumph. Let me see. The other triumph would be.
If you want to hit yourself.
One of
Yeah.
the so
Maybe. Go ahead.
if you want to notice something, I can give you other details.
Yeah, let me
if
have
you
a-
want another major detail.
Yeah, let me have another major detail with the other triumph. Let's do that.
Okay. In this detail, you notice that the 2 men that disappeared,
Yeah.
both of them had on gray masks over their face, their cloth masks over their face, with they're gray, but they have almost like a reddish ash type pattern on the bottom. It looks like raining ash down.
Do we know what that is?
It's like a bandana tied over their face type thing.
It feels like a gang thing.
And that is a
An
gang thing.
organization.
You're like,
Do we know what that is?
that's the major crime family down here, the Soot Rakers.
Ah.
Oh no! I think I saw two soot rakers run down the alley. We must be on our toes. Hugo, be ready.
Curse. I despise
yes, I
them.
will. Be vigilant.
Okay. All right.
Bottom feeders.
All right. So both of you guys are augmented. You get to add a green die.
Okay.
And I know this is more of a narrative skill challenge, but I did the haste.
So
thing.
it'll be narratively for 1 round. one round through the mix of players, and it goes until your next time to go.
Okay.
So if you go last next time, you can do it for 2 full rounds of this.
Gotcha.
All right. So next player.
Daryl, you want to go next?
All right. I shall. Hugo will use leadership to inspire his colleagues, his teammates, to better optimize their skill sets, because we all have various skill sets, and to make them better.
To kind of give
Leadership
shoulders,
could
like,
also
where
be
to go or
used
something.
to. It could
Exactly.
also be used to when in dealing with the local constabulary.
Oh, that as well too. I'm certain once we're navigating through the crowds, I'll probably run into a few of the Praetorians, and I'll use that to talk to them or navigate through them at least.
The fact
And that's
that
an
the
average
alarms are
difficulty.
still going on.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, I have right now. Oh, and there's an extra green die in there as well, I believe. Right?
You should.
Correct.
There you go.
So currently I have 2 skill dice, 2 yellow. I have 2 green and 2 purple. Would you like to do something with this pool, sir?
No, I'm happy with it.
Okay, I shall leave it as the same as well, and we'll see what comes up. Oh. Wow, that was a 0. I got no successes, no failure. It was a complete wash, but I did end up with 1 advantage, which
So that will be a failed check.
Yeah,
The first
failed
one.
check. Yeah, and I will pass an advantage on or boost die. Use my advantage to pass the boost die into the next player.
So your
If
little
possible.
pep talk of, you guys have the skills for this, blah, 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 works pretty well on Zszree.
Zszree, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
There you
heard
go.
this before.
Been there, done that.
You gave the same speech 5 minutes ago.
God.
All right. So Zszree?
Zszree, yes. So Zszree will be using maybe a combination of her hunting goggles along with the device that Gustav just made.
Yes.
And hopefully maybe it'll work into using her vigilance to try and spot maybe signs walking around the marketplace in the neighborhood that could have detected the maybe the fragrance of one of these guys or
Okay. Yep.
passage.
So hunting for that rare cologne that one of the guys wears.
There we
Gotcha.
go. There we go.
So this will be average difficulty, so 2 purple.
right.
But because of the smoke in the air, I'm going to go ahead and put a setback die in there.
Oh, of course.
Ah.
You never know what can come up and mess up everything. All right, so she flips her goggles down as she starts to get almost like a visual representation of what the cologne looks like, and maybe it's a lavender kind of color.
Cool.
Swirling
Kind of sticks
across
out,
the-
swirling in the clouds of the
That's
soot.
it.
Nice.
So
Very
there's
nice
soot
effect.
is gray, and someone else's body odor sweat might be green, and Gustav might be more coppery orange, and
You might see a
right.
yellow cloud coming out of Hugo's
Yeah.
backside. Yeah.
Nice. Don't forget to add your green die. If
Oh
you
yeah,
one. If
we
you
got an extra green die
Yeah.
and an extra
Good deal.
blue.
Mhm.
So there we go, an extra green. Here we go. All right, so that looks good to me. I'm not going to flip.
Okay.
Good looking.
Go right ahead.
All right, there we go.
All
right.
Nice.
The large dice pool, and I managed to get at least 3 successes. No advantages, no triumph, but nothing negative either. So she's scanning, and I guess
Yep. It
gets more
follows
of a
the same
direction.
follows the same direction path that the device that Gustav is carrying is leading you.
Right.
And you see a sign, hand scribbled, for a bar called Slaughterhouse 7.
Mm.
And it
Alright.
leads inside. And this is a huge tavern. And so, yeah, after round 1, we sit at 6 successes,
All right.
and 1 failed check. So you're a third of the way there.
All
So we
right.
go into round 2. Who'd like to start?
I think Hugo will.
All right.
He's going to be using vigilance as we walk into this Slaughterhouse 7 tavern, and he's going to keep his eyes on a swivel, his head on a swivel, peering in and around the crowd, seeing if there's anything, somebody watching them, or any clues to be found, or perhaps there's some of the suit rakers hidden among the crowd, or any of the people that are looking for the 6 people. So he's just keeping his eyes open. And there we go. And I believe we still have the 1 green die, right?
You still have the augment die.
You do. Yep.
All right. So we have 1 yellow. I have currently 1 yellow die, 3 green die, and 2 purple die. Would you like to do anything to this pool?
You're a paladin in a bar full of seedy individuals.
This rubs me wrong.
Yeah. So just the fact that everybody in here I wasn't upgrading you.
Okay.
I was going to give you setback die.
There we go. Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, I'm good with that, and I shall roll this, and we'll see what happens. All right.
Oh my! Wow!
All right. The final outcome was 5 successes and 1 threat.
Dang! Almost there.
He's being vigilant as hell.
Yeah.
All right. So your threat is someone brushes up against you, and you catch him. You grab a hold of him. You're like, no, but at that exact moment, his partner lifts something from you. I'm going to take a random piece of gear from your.
Alrighty. I can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. He totally stole your pants, man. I don't know where they are, but you have no pants on anymore.
I
wear no pants. I wear no pants.
I just think of the gamers. He totally stole the guy's pants.
Oh my god, piece.
I'm thinking of the Poxy Boggart song, I wear no pants.
Nope, it's something that's going to be valuable here, and I'll tell you later. But it'd be very valuable in this town, in this section of town.
Uh-oh.
So.
All right.
So there you go. You are in the bar. You do see there are soot wreckers in the bar wearing their colors.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them have their bandanas pulled down now that they're out of the smoke, and just wearing them around their collars. In this bar, you see a huge sandy pit in the center of this bar. Now, the bar is big, huge, circular, almost arena, filled with stone benches that descend downward. It's almost an arena. But these stone benches are spaced. There's big walking aisles. There's occasionally there's a platform with a table on it where people can sit at a table. In fact, you see one table where guys are sitting there playing cards at a table. But this is a huge bar, and there's a sandy gladiator pit in the center. And the smell of blood from recent pit fights just permeates the place. There is also a huge, arena-style Jumbotron type thing in the center.
Right.
But it's made of all kinds of gears and cogs and whatnot, and it's tallying right now. You know how the old clocks would flip the numbers? It's tallying numbers like that right now.
Right.
And they're looks like it's a tracking betting.
Rotary clicking numbers.
Yep. It's tracking betting, and there's also one counting down 30 minutes, counting down to the next bout.
Oh, all right. All right. I have an idea to keep going. I'm going to. Zandra's going to use coercion. Oh, sorry.
Gustav has to go first.
Oh, all right.
Why?
It's
I go
in
last,
round
right?
2. Yeah, you have to go before we go into round 3.
Yeah,
Zandra's already gone.
So why don't we let Zandra go?
No.
We'll let Zandra
You
go.
have not gone in round 2.
Yeah, let
her go.
Right.
My bad.
Unless you'll let me
Go ahead.
concentrate on the augment. Yeah, don't forget to add your green.
Yeah, so I'll go. She's going to look at a few of these people that, since the trail leads through the Slaughterhouse 7, she's going to use coercion to try and intimidate some into revealing some information.
Excellent.
Not bad.
Maybe looking for some regulars to shake down and for some information.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Well, coercion is not on my magical list.
no, that's fine.
So that's going to be a hard difficulty.
Mm-hmm. But she's banking on her reputation, her recent reputation of being a really badass with her 6 guns. Maybe that will give her a boost die.
Oh, there it is.
It is.
Took 3 rolls before he asked for one. There it is.
Have you added your green?
ask.
Have you added your green for the augment?
No, not yet.
Do
But
that.
there we go.
There we
Yes,
go.
you may have your boost die. Yes, you do have quite a reputation here in the city. I've already said that. So
You are the boost eye fisherman.
That's it. Hey, if you don't ask, you don't get.
she just landed one of those blue trout.
Yep.
Nice.
Rainbow trout. All right. And because it hasn't been flipped in a while, I'm going to flip a story point
There you go.
because she's worked in the
She's worked all right.
Ashgate ward. Shut up, you.
Didn't know Hugo liked it that way.
Yeah. Quiet, you.
Anyways, hurry up.
I told you. I told you what happens at Ashgate stays in Ashgate. All right. So the pool looks good to me.
Yeah.
No? Yes?
You said you worked in Ashgate for a while.
Well, she's been through Ashgate looking for work
So
in the past.
maybe you don't, and you did say something earlier, like the filthy soot rakers. Maybe you don't exactly get along with them. So
No,
let's flip a story point
She's got
and
good and
upgrade
bad
your
rep-
check.
You never know.
Good and bad.
So you got a good reputation with some of the regulars, but the soot rakers maybe not so much.
No, maybe not. All right, so there we go. So let's do it.
Ooh.
All right, so multicolored dice pool, but I still managed to get at least 1 success towards our goal.
Very nice.
So she manages maybe to get a bit more details about, by showing the image of whatever people were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It matches the description. Like, yeah, we've seen him.
Okay. All right. Good stuff.
I'm gonna use culture. You said that was one of the skills, right?
Knowledge culture. Yeah.
So it's kind of like he's pulling on his remembrance because he's been doing this a while, right? He knows. He's been in the tough neighborhoods and kind of how to act around in situations like this. So he's going to pull on his culture knowledge, and I'm going to flip a story point because I really want to succeed for us here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course.
And though you didn't ask for it, Gustav is pretty old. So go ahead and throw a boost die in there for his age. He's been around a lot.
Yeah,
There we go.
all right. Rock on. All right.
You can do it.
So, that look good to you, Tony? I got a yellow, 2 or 3 green, a blue, and a couple of difficulty dice for it.
I'm happy.
Check. All right. Here we go. Boom. Okay, well, 1 success, but I got 3 advantage here. So, how close does that get us? We need like 3 more successes.
You're at 13 successes,
13,
1
yeah.
3
failure.
more. 3 more. All right. I'm wondering with these 3 advantage that I might be able to. Maybe I'll spend a couple of them to. Can I continue my augment? Now I know this is in a skill challenge. I'm willing to take strain to keep it going. I'll take a couple strain to keep it going.
Yep, for 2 additional strain, you can go ahead and keep it going.
Gotcha. And you know what? I should have spent 2 strain when I actually cast the thing too. See, I don't play cast.
Yes, you should have.
All right, so I'm at 6 strain out of 14 now. So yeah, with the 3 advantage, I think I will. What I actually tip my my two friends off as to like, hey, you should ask this guy this or something, right? And ask it this way. So whoever wants to go next will take one.
If you don't mind me taking some liberty with that boost die.
Absolutely.
So you spot someone that looks like someone you might be able to talk to.
Okay.
And you go, and your friends and you all go sit by them.
Okay.
And then the person that's going to get the boost die, whomever that may be, will be the one sitting right next to them, sitting closest.
Gotcha. And then I think I'll spend the other two advantage to kind of put a floating boost die out there, because I do drop a little more knowledge, and when it is the time.
Well, you spent those to continue your spell.
Oh, I did. Oh, and took the strain too. Okay, I understand. Got it. All right. So whoever wants to go next.
So that's your 3 advantage spent, and your single success at the end of round 2. 13 successes, 1 failed check.
1 failed check.
Top of the line.
We're doing good.
You go. Do you want to go next?
Round 3. Investigate.
All right. Let's see. As you know what, I will go first, but I'm not the one to speak per se, so I won't get the boost die. What's happening is I'll take a bit of narrative control here as Zszree goes to speak to somebody. Mm-hmm. The one that the contact Hugo had pointed out to us. One of his goons steps. Sorry, Gustav. Sorry, Gustav had mentioned, pointed to one of the goons. One of this guy's goons steps up and just moves in to stop us or, shove us away. And
you intercept them.
I'll say that, I'm going to say that Hugo takes exception to this, and we'll use brawl. Just gives him a one unarmed strike and elbow to the head, sending him backwards.
Nice.
Awesome.
I like that. Okay. So that's going to be a brawl check. That's going to be average difficulty.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Would you like
Beast
to do
man, strong as an ox.
And you got your augment in there, right? That's augmented?
Yeah, it's in there.
Sweet.
Yep. And would you like to do anything,
That's
Tony?
4 green. Woo.
I'm happy with the pool as is. This guy will have 1 armor, though, so throw in a setback die, actually.
There we go.
Yeah, 1 defense.
Yeah, 1 defense die.
Mm-hmm.
And I will roll.
Woo!
All right. And I ended up with the net result of 1 success and 3 advantage.
Which is a common theme.
Yeah.
And as I pick him up, I grab him by the throat and I slam him down onto the table. And he bounces off, and we're here to talk. And I point to Zszree. And she comes in, and I figure with the 3 successes, I've kind of introduced her. Sorry, 3 advantage. Sorry, my bad. This would give her perhaps an upgrade to her check as well.
Not an upgrade, but we'll give her 2 boost dice.
There you go.
2 boost dice.
I mean,
And that's before Stefan even begs for more.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's it.
Oh, we never rolled that boost die I passed on. Either. So.
yeah, that was since I wasn't talking, I thought it'd be for her.
Oh,
No, he skipped over it, and apparently it'll be for me.
all right.
All
I'm
right.
okay with that. It fits the narrative.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So, I guess she'll move in and start try to talk to this guy, and a bit of I already use coercion, but maybe her fiery good looks are she will try to charm some information out of him.
Okay.
It's like, you've seen the muscle now. You can talk to me, instead.
So
You won't get as roughed up talking to me as you would to him.
So you got the
All right.
good cop, bad cop thing going. Oh, nice.
You felt the brawn, now to see the beauty.
That's
There
it.
you go.
The beauty and the beast.
All right.
Although he can be quite a beast in bed, but that's another story.
Here we go.
That is another tale entirely.
Zszree, inside voice.
Ladies
Oh,
and gentlemen,
what?
this
What?
punt brought to you by Stefan Dragonspawn.
Yes. Exactly.
Did I let that slip? I'm sorry. I did not mean to. Really, I did not.
Okay,
All right.
this is going to be hard difficulty.
Yeah, because I like to go
Guys
outside the
here
box.
used to prostitutes hitting on them all the time. You are.
And he says that out loud.
I just said they're used to so they're already on the guard. They have their guard up, is what I'm saying. When a pretty woman comes up, the first thing they think is, "Oh, what's she want?"
Well, how many Howclass halls have revolvers on their hips? Really?
True. Maybe he didn't look below your bodice.
No. My eyes are up here. My hips are down there.
Sandra has no issues with anything hard.
All right.
Nope.
I am happy with your pool. Oh, yes.
I am
Sweet.
flipping though because she's using her sex appeal.
All right.
All right.
All right. So
You're
our
good.
story pool situation sits at 1 on the player side, 3 on the GM side.
Yes. All right. Let's go.
Woo!
There we go.
Oh.
All good.
Yep.
So we've got 4 successes, 3 advantages, and 1 goody triumph. So we finally hit our 16 and a little bit over.
Awesome.
Because we were already at 14.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
1, 2, 3,
I'm gonna
4.
take control of the successes, and then you tell me what you want to do with the advantage and the triumph after I have this little diatribe. Okay?
Sure. Go ahead.
All right. So this guy's like, "Oh, hey, pretty lady. Yeah, sit down. I'll buy you a drink. I'm rich beyond my wildest dreams today. I made a killing on the Meat Ripper the other night."
Ooh,
That's
that
right.
sounds awesome. That sounds so hot.
Yeah. The Witchlight Festival was going on. Everybody was partying. But Meat Ripper was in here, and he tore up a couple of Shattered Crown Marines. He tore them up to pieces. It was awesome. And I bet on him, and I won big.
Well, with a name like that, I would hope so.
You just wait. Just a few more minutes here. And you look up at the clock, and it says 16 minutes.
Ooh,
16 minutes more, and you'll see the Meat Ripper in action. He's going to fight again. You watch.
We can't miss that, of course. We will share a drink together, of course, over this. Yes?
Oh, yeah, of course. My treat, lady. And 1 each for your friends, too.
Yeah. As she lets her hair aura sort of flame around her.
You see him, he raises his hand, and 4 glasses come over. The thing you notice about the glasses is it's a yellowy, bubbling liquid that is in a clay mug, sorry. And there is a acrid, sulfury smoke coming out.
Magma shine.
Right. Mm-hmm. My favorite drink when I go slamming.
So now you have 3 advantage and a triumph.
Right. All right, 3 advantages. Well, we succeeded in our... Get some more information maybe on what... I don't know if this would qualify as a triumph or the 3 advantages, but maybe a patron, one of the patrons, either this guy or someone in the slaughterhouse, is actually wearing something that belonged to the crew member.
Okay. All right. We'll get to that. All right. Yep. That can be your advantage. Your triumph, I have an idea if you do not.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'm not too sure. So
this could be, you guarantee that this is a good batch since they're giving it to patrons in a bar. It's a good batch of Magma Shine, and you don't have to worry about the insanity.
Right.
Oh, there we go. That's good.
Yeah, quality. She
sniffs
it. She sniffs it and gives a good wink to both Hugo and Gustav.
All right. Now, Daryl was trying to ask a question before I got into this. What you got,
ahead.
Bud? When he was giving a description about the 2 people that were ripped apart, it was 2 Marines he mentioned?
Yep.
Would that have been... Did he mention it was...
not Iron Praetorians, but what was the other name?
They were Shattered Crown Marines is what he called them.
Shattered Crown. Would that have been Foy and Sinclair?
Well, you know the ship is out of the city of Spire, not out of Shattered Crown.
Okay, so we're okay. All right, good.
But by his description, though I didn't say it as a GM, it was just bad wording on my part. He did say a pair of dwarven Marines.
Oh, okay. Well, you never know. Maybe those Marines were from Shattered Crown.
Perhaps there might be more. The Dwarven Marines. There might be more. Might be a common thing. I'm not sure, but either way, he never alluded to anything more. So we'll leave it at that.
Okay. So you guys sipping your drinks and you wait for the big fight.
I'm gonna
Right.
I'm gonna drink a stamina elixir though first.
Okay.
Heal 5
All right.
stamina.
All right. Well, actually, I was going to have you guys go ahead and roll that first, the strain, because that was end of the encounter. That was end of the investigation
gotcha.
encounter. So you can roll cool or discipline with
Cool or
0
discipline.
difficulty, whichever you're better at.
Yeah.
And each success heals 1 strain.
2 successes, 3 advantage for Gustav there. So I'll get it.
And I usually have a house rule of you cash in 2 advantage for another one. So yours, you were actually be at only 2 without having to use your stamina elixir.
Yeah, I'll get 3 back, so I'll be at 3. But I'll use the stamina elixir too. It'll clear it up. So
all right,
that's good.
Okay. And then we have Sandra. You have 3 successes. So
Yeah,
you
3
heal 3
successes and
strain.
advantage. Yeah, I only had 1, so all gone.
Nice.
Gets a little bit of a extra boost.
Okay. And
Hugo didn't roll. He has no strain for the moment, so he was okay.
There you go. So no problem
All right.
there.
Awesome.
excellent. So what you see down in the arena, what plays out before you, is this big, hulking, 14-foot tall clockwork comes out. And there he's announced, there's an announcer, ladies and gentlemen, your champion, owned by the Sootrakers, Meat Ripper! And he comes out and he is bristling with spikes. This huge 4-armed clockwork. He's got a big old spike that comes off the top of his head. And hanging from that spike is a dwarven chin.
Okay.
Chin bone.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's
like a
dwarven
jawbone?
Jawbone with
Right.
the hair still attached, the beard still attached to it. And it's braided blonde beard.
That
Oh,
is
So
Sinclair.
that's your advantage. You immediately see that's Sinclair's beard.
Oh,
That's Sinclair.
So Sinclair's dead.
well,
Right.
he's been shaved at least.
No, you
No,
said
it's his whole
no,
jawbone.
It's his jawbone.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Shave's
you're
a
saying
bit
it's
too
a
close.
really close shave.
A bit too close. That's what happens when you get a despair on your shaving roll.
And the challenger, hailing from Shattered Crown, and you hear a shitload of boos throughout the arena. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Thunderhammer himself, Bob. And everybody's like, what? And this wiry-looking dude comes in, and he's got 2 hammers that you see are crackling with energy.
Gustav smiles.
And he's definitely an artificer.
Oh, yeah.
And he's wearing an artificer's apron. He's a wiry dude. And he's trying to yell something. You can see him yelling something too, but the crowd is just booing so loud. So if anyone wants to try to perceive what he's trying to yell,
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll try.
we'll do a party check since whoever has the best perception.
Oh, I don't. I'm not skilled in it at all or anything.
Well,
I
that
have
would be
two
Sandra,
green.
and Stefan just stepped away for a moment. I think his new puppy needed his immediate attention.
Nice.
So if you want, we've been at this for about an hour. If y'all want to just take a quick 5-minute break, we'll get back to
I'll
it.
pause it.
Okay.
Sounds
All right.
good. Here we go.
All right, so you got the crowd booing in the background, and you've got Bob the Thunderhammer trying to yell. something over the crowd to the announcer. And
Right.
so I want a party perception check. That's one of you rolls it. The best in the party, best cunning, best perception ranks. So that's probably you, Zszree.
Zszree has 2 ranks in perception. So we're looking at a pool of 2 yellow, 1 green.
Enjoy.
Okay. All right. This is going to be average difficulty, but I'm putting 3 setback dice due to crowd noise.
All right. Alrighty then. If it's a group check, is there any boost dice from the allies, or just
Nope, this is just a single
Right.
check for the whole group.
All right then. All right. So I'm okay. So let's. And you're okay with the pool?
Yes.
All right. So let's do it. All right. So unfortunately, I fail, but with 1 advantage. One failure, 1 advantage.
All right. So you failed the check, which means that you can't really make out what he's saying. But it's just too loud in here.
Yeah, but with the advantage, maybe I get some context. I nudge the guy I was hitting on. What's going on?
Says,
why is he yelling?
He goes, hey, he just does that every time they announce him. I've seen him fight before. He doesn't normally fight in the death matches, though. The fact that he's fighting the Meat Ripper's gonna be awesome.
Death match? Oh, how thrilling and invigorating! Yes.
Wow.
He goes, you'll want to put your money on the Meat Ripper, though. Bob might be no slouch in the arena, but the Meat Ripper is heavily favored to win.
All right. I will take some of your advice.
Looking at how is he dressed, Bob?
He is wearing an artificer's apron. He has on steel-shod, steel-toe boots. He has on a flowing red cape.
Nice.
And he is shirtless.
All right.
And he has work pants that have a bunch of they're cargo pants. They're
Right.
Okay,
like
overalls.
coal miners' jeans.
All right.
They're-
Zszree will bet at least 5 crowns on the Meat Ripper.
Okay, 5 crowns on the Meat Ripper.
Yeah. Looks at her friends. If you want to,
He's the 2-1 favorite.
yeah. If you want to bet on the on Bob, go ahead. You never know.
Hugo looks at this with disdain. This is disgusting. And
I'm gonna put 100 credits on the artificer.
All right.
Seriously.
All right. So the 2 of them fight, and it's a so Thunder Bob. He does this. You see, for the briefest second, Chris, you see that his hammers the heads start to spin,
Right.
and you recognize him as a much smaller, customized version of a piston hammer.
Oh, nice.
Which is a standard artificer created warhammer. The heads on these things spin, and as he approaches the meat, he leaps over the 14-foot tall Meat Ripper. As you see, his boots are spring loaded, and he just, as he's going by, you see him go wham, swing down with one of those hammers, and there's a shattering crack, and that spike flies off of him and lands just a few feet from you guys.
Nice.
The spike with the beard, the dwarven beard and jawbone.
Oh, okay.
Just a few feet from you guys. And Meat Ripper lets out this horrific roar, and his 2 upper arms, all of a sudden, big, huge blades emit from his arms, and his hands disappear. And he just immediately goes into this weaving blade dance.
Bye, Bob.
And Bob, he's fighting. All of a sudden, he hits one of the blades, blocking with the hammer, and the blade shatters. And then you see him concentrating. And Chris, you're guessing he's focusing on putting some sort of spell through.
Yep.
And he, at the last second, he drops one of his hammers and reaches out and touches the knee of the clockwork.
Awesome.
And you see the knee just disassemble itself to all of its component parts, and then they just drop to the ground. But unfortunately, at that moment, it stabs down, the clockwork does, with its other upper arm, and Bob doesn't catch it with his hammer, just barely glances it, and you see it impales him right through the rib cage.
Can you say shish kebab?
I'd like to use skullduggery to kind of do a little sneak sleight of hand and grab that the dwarven beard that fell a few feet away from us and throw it into my pack.
Okay, so you're trying to sleight a hand. That is definitely a the purvey of skullduggery.
Yeah. I mean, I want to time it so that it's when they're like, yeah, like kind of around us.
Crescendo there.
Yeah, I'll do it then.
Okay, then you'll get 2 boost dice.
Nice. I'm not sure how hard this will be, but
4, Bob.
We're going to call it average.
Okay. 2 green, 2 blue.
Quick, roll it before he spends a story point.
No, I'm happy.
Ow. That look good? All right. I failed.
Ooh, ouch.
2 failures but 2 advantage. So.
All right. So you kind of slide your foot forward and kind of rest your foot on it, get ready to slide it back.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, one of the attendants that's going around taking the bets at that moment, or going around finalizing the bets, reaches down, scoops it up, and goes, "That's arena property."
No, it's not. That's evidence.
Are you going to attempt to coerce him and get it back?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd like to spend my 2 advantage to give myself a boost die at doing it too, if that's okay.
Yep, no, that's fine.
I've got a bit of coercion. Maybe I can assist. That she sort of leans in.
You boost dying me with the coercion then?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
She's got some coercion.
What kind of check we talking, Tony?
It's going to be hard.
Okay.
And this guy is used to dealing with just meanest people, and so being intimidated is really not something that happens. So I'm going to go ahead and flip a GM story point and upgrade one of those.
So at this point, who won the fight?
You can't see. The guy standing in your way. You can't see who's... the fight isn't over. You just know that Bob is impaled.
Yep. I might want to pay attention to that because you're going to probably owe me a bunch of money, son. So anyway, and that's why I'm going to spend my story points because I'm like I bet on the what do you call it? What were the odds, by the way? The underdog.
I don't know what would be good underdog odds.
I don't know. Consider I put 100 credits on it. I don't know, 100 to 1. I don't know, 10 to 1.
I knew it was 2 to 1.
3 to 1.
Yeah, 3 to 1. 2 to 1 for the meat ripper.
2 to 1, 3 to 1. I don't know. I don't know how betting.
I'd say at least 5 to 1. Come on, this guy being a champion. Didn't he kill 2 people at once in the last fight? Or no? Yeah.
5 to 1. Okay,
Skinny.
that's fine.
That seems
I'm just not
reasonable.
a betting guy. I don't.
Me
know
neither.
Stuff, so.
Me neither. But that seems a little reasonable.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. All right. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Failed check. But
what'd you get, Chris?
I had a failed check with 2 advantage and a triumph.
All right.
Let's see here. With the advantage, I'm not going to be in trouble for trying to steal property.
But if you notice, if you want, with the triumph,
yeah,
he's sticking his hand out like he's asking for something in return.
Aha.
Oh, there we go. I'll throw him some credits. I'm thinking maybe 20 credits. Sorry, 20 gold crowns.
20 gold crowns?
Yeah.
He takes the 20 gold crowns. He goes, "Thank you for betting, sir." He takes his foot off it and walks on.
All right.
Nothing like greasing some old palms.
There you go. All right, I took 20 off there. Sweet. So I did get it, and I'll throw it in my pack.
Yeah, and as he steps away, you see at the last, finally, look down in the arena, and the head of Thunder Bob is rolling across the arena.
There you go. Shish kebab.
I actually. Oh, Thunder Bob. Oh, crap.
Yeah, Thunder Bob head rolls. Yes.
I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you do
On
see
head.
Meat Ripper's one knee is just completely disassembled, and he had used the same spell to disassemble all the armor plating along the Meat Ripper's left side.
Okay.
And it's all just laying on the ground. And Meat Ripper's like trying to pick up all his parts.
He's half naked.
Nice.
And he's trying to tuck them away.
His parts are showing.
He's looking up kind of embarrassedly at the crowd. You know, you can't really see emotion on a Clockwork's face, but for him, it almost looks like he's like embarrassed.
Right. He got taken down almost.
Yeah, a couple of knocks.
All right, so Stefan, you're going to get your 10 crowns, and Chris, you're out your 100.
Yeah, I know.
So, the guy's sitting next to you. He's like, "Yeah, old Meat Ripper, man. Those soot rakers pay to keep him in this arena, and they pay to keep his opponents people that they know he can take. Every once in a while, they'll give him somebody that challenges him, like old Thunder Bob there, but." Yeah.
Must keep the reputation up, yes?
Yeah. In fact, you see that guy over there? And he points across the arena. You see a short man. He's maybe human, maybe an Earth amalgam. It's hard to tell from here. He's very short and stout. Maybe a dwarf even. But he's like in a
teapot?
He's in an alcove, and he goes, "That's his manager. That's Conrad."
Gotcha.
Right.
Is there what are the other fights scheduled tonight?
Oh, yeah, it's a bunch
list?
of no names. Meat Ripper was fighting early tonight. Usually they have him fight late in the night, get people good and drunk. But ever since the other night when those guys tried to follow him down the alley, get their revenge for those 2 Marines he took out.
No.
Uh-oh.
Well,
What guys?
they moved him to one of the early. Well, there was a bunch of guys in here. 6 of them coming together, and the 2 Marines went down in the arena, challenged the Meat Ripper because it was open fight night, and the other 4 got really mad, like really, really mad. I bet you they all surf on the same ship, and they followed Meat Ripper.
Well, not anymore, right?
And they followed him home. What happened to them? He must have tore them a new asshole.
Well, he's here. They're not. Just saying.
What alley was this? You know where they followed him?
Oh, that would have been 3rd Street Alley.
Right.
You know, down by the Soot Raker headquarters. You know,
yes.
You've had your run-ins with them.
Oh, yes. Well,
I saw the way you were looking at them.
well, you don't pay me, you get burned.
Woo! So she is a working girl. Okay, gentlemen, have a great night. And he gets up and he walks away.
All right.
All right.
He leaves his unconscious partner there, just laying across the table in front of him still.
Nice.
That Hugo had knocked out.
Right.
Yep.
All right. So
I don't know.
3rd Street.
Seems like that's where they might be.
Yes, I think
The
we should head
headquarters.
to the 3rd Street.
My gosh, stupid idiots.
Yes.
Are we getting paid for this job? Good lord.
Yes, we have. Yeah, with a bonus of at least minimum of 2 days.
Hopefully they're being held prisoner and they're still alive. If not, perhaps we'll find their remains.
Well, we find what we find.
You know what? Live or dead doesn't matter. They're idiots. They really are. Good Lord. Why would they do something like that? Challenge a big beast like that, and then they get upset because they lost? Good God.
Exactly. That's what happens when you play with fire, yes.
That's not fire. That's like sheer brute strength.
Same difference, darling. Let's go. Let's go to
He was quite big.
Yes.
So we make haste. We make our way down to 3rd Avenue.
What is our plan here? I want to know. What is
Right now, there's not much we can do except to investigate the avenue, and then do we infiltrate their headquarters?
Well, we don't even know if the Sootrakers are directly involved. Let's just go see what we can find in the 3rd Street alley.
All right. Let's do it.
That would be the first step. Let us do that.
Okay. So how are you guys going to walk into this alleyway? So this is we're talking 2-person maybe across alleyway that goes into behind the arena and down. It kind of spirals down into another level.
Okay.
And
I think you should.
And you can see red light coming from the street down there, the lanterns down there, and you hear, "Come on, honey, you know you want it over here. Come on, honey." You hear prostitutes down there soliciting.
I think you two should walk down ahead of me, and I will hang out in the shadows. I will dim a bit of my light and cover you from the backside, let's say.
All right.
All right. We'll head.
We'll head on down there where we think where they might have ambushed this guy, this thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because basically, Zszree has the one with stealth. Sorry.
I'll have the rotor sword in my hand. Already drawn.
Weapon drawn. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and roll that stealth check there.
All right.
Stefan.
Yep.
And the difficulty is going to be 2 red.
All right.
It's opposed.
Of course.
You can do it.
All right.
It is dark down here, so I'll give you a boost die for that. But these guys are used to watching this area, so they know the traffic patterns of people coming and going and people trying to hide, so you're also going to have a setback die.
All right. Fair enough. All right.
Okay, I'm happy with the pool.
Yeah, me too. There we go.
All right.
Unfortunately, she doesn't dim her fire aura enough.
Yep.
She got a failure, but with an advantage, which might distract at least someone long enough for these guys to move in. So I'll pass along a boost die to one of her allies.
Yep. In fact, you guys, you get down the corridor a ways, and you see the short amalgam, the earth amalgam guy walking next to a cart, and the cart is being pushed by 4 dudes, and Meat Ripper is riding on the cart. And he's just yelling at Meat Ripper. The amount of money we spend on you, you do that, now we got to spend more. What the hell's wrong with you, boy? And he's just yelling at him.
I actually call out to him.
Okay.
Hey, looks like you need help putting toy back together, huh? And I walk out.
Okay. What? You an artificer?
Are you blind? Let me step into light. And I walk forward a little bit. I'm like, of course I am.
Okay, so the amalgam you see, he turns and looks, and he's got what looks like would be a stylized beard.
Okay.
But it's not a beard. It's stone.
Cool. That's kind of shaped like
grown
a beard
on his chin.
Right.
Yep.
Nice.
And he glances at you and he goes, He kind of leans to one of the guys, and you hear him openly say, "Dwarven craftsman, gonna be expensive. Watch."
Could you
What's
say
your
to me
rank?
that he's got chiseled features?
Yes.
Oh, good lord.
Yes. So what's your rate there, Mr. Dwarf?
Well, what my rate would be is I do something for you, you do something for me. How does that say? Might not cost you any coin. Interested?
We got our own artificers. They work on our payroll.
Oh, come on. They won't do as good a job as me. Come on. You know us dwarves. I am master. I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, but
just
you
listen to
haven't
the
given me a
accent.
figure.
Not giving you a figure. I just need information from you.
All right, ask your question first.
All right. What did you do with dumb boys from other night? Think you killed 2 dwarves. By the way, you dropped this, and I pull out the dwarven beard.
The jawbone.
You might have dropped this. I was just wondering what happened to their buddies. That's all.
So all 4 men and the amalgam, all reach to their reach behind their coats, obviously reaching for pistols tucked back behind their coats.
Oh, because they
and
think
he's
I'm
like
drawing.
And he's
I'm
like,
not drawing any weapons or anything.
friend of yours? Were they friends of yours?
No. I don't know them. I've just been hired to find them. That's all. Just want to know what happened to them. That's all. And I'll fix your toy.
Hired to find them. And that's when he stops and he sees the golden shard emblem on you guys'. He goes, "Oh, yeah, the boss will want to talk to you.
Okay.
Sure. If he's happy with the conversation you guys have, we'll let you work on the Ripper."
I think that's the other way around. If I'm happy with my answer to my question, I'll work on your toy. Right?
That's what you think.
Exactly what I think. That's what's our deal, right? Or are you going to go back on the word?
Did we shake on anything?
Oh,
I don't think
come
I gave
on.
you my word on anything.
Are you being an idiot? Come on.
I'm pretty sure the boss is wanting to talk to yous anyway. And he goes, "Boys, stand down." And he looks up on the roofs, and you see 2 men with long rifles.
All right.
Pull their rifles back. He goes, "Follow us."
All right. I walk.
And he takes you down this winding boulevard, and there's prostitutes out on the street. There's occasional stall of someone selling illicit goods. And there is lookouts everywhere, all through here, and they're all wearing the soot rakers masks.
Nice.
And eventually you come to a nondescript curio shop at the end of the alley.
Okay.
It's, he swings open the door, the bell rings, ding, 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 ding. And this human behind the counters kind of looks at you all, and like the earth amalgam gives him a sign, and he just waves them by, and you see he reaches under the counter and pushes some sort of lever or pulls a lever, and you hear and a staircase opens in the floor. The floorboards slide aside.
Okay.
And a beautifully lit, almost looks like something you'd see in a fancy mansion type staircase. Spirals down into a large hall where you see standing down at the other end, on the other end of it, in front of it's a yellowed glass rounded window, but it looks out over this huge foundry. And there's a man standing there with his back to you guys, and he's got his arms crossed behind his back, and he's not just a man. He is a fire amalgam.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I'm going to send you a picture.
Sweet. While you're doing that, I wanted to ask a question. So I'm making a mental note of pretty good intelligence of where we are, how we got here, and as we're walking through this mechanical, what do you call it, hole in the ground? I'd like to take a note of maybe how I could disable it if we happen to need to come back here at some
Good
future
call.
point.
Okay.
Nice.
And if you'd like a mechanics check or science, I could do it. But we'll just say
Knowledge science to give you the workings. I like that. That
Okay.
works.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to see what the workings of it, and again, just take kind of a mental note.
Yep. Nope. This will be an average check.
Okay. That'll be. He's pretty smart for intelligence, so we got two yellow and 2 green, and you're average. Okay.
Yep.
That looks good to me. I don't think I get
However, it is well concealed, so
Okay.
I'm going to throw a story point and give you all the
Step back.
mechanisms and levers and everything of it are well concealed.
What does master?
well-crafted.
What does master artisan get me? Is that just a one? I think that's probably a free rank in it, and that's like a species thing.
Yeah.
I bet you.
I guess
we gave
Master
them
Artificer. Yeah, it's a
master artisan. I think that's what that was.
Yeah, I
I
can
got
tell
knack
you.
for it. What do I have knack for it in? Skullduggery.
We never put that on your character sheet, did we? What
Why
Master
skullduggery?
Artisan is?
No, we didn't put a description in there. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, because that's underneath the species thing. Yeah, it's probably.
And
Yeah.
since it's a different scene, I don't think my boost dice from my previous roll will apply in here.
Correct.
No, that's okay. All right, that's what I've got there, dude. Machine mender. What does that do? Oh, that just makes me add more heals to something. Knack for it.
So our dwarves have a rank in the Master Craftsman talent. After making mechanics or artifice check, you may take strain up to the amount of no greater than ranks in the Master Craftsman to convert the same number of successes into advantage, or vice versa.
Oh, gotcha. So this is the science check. It's not an artisan check.
Right.
Artificer check. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. I got a couple of successes at least. So
Well
2
done.
successes.
2 of them, yes. There you go.
You know how the hidden staircase works.
All right. More specifically, how I could disable it.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, I like that picture. Flaming
says,
air, dude.
Yeah, he turns around, and he's impeccably dressed, but under his low dip V-cut collar, you do see that he is wearing coral weave, which in our setting is very much like mithril.
Gotcha.
He's wearing a coral weave shirt underneath. Strapped at his waist is a very fancy filigreed sword that just glows with energy.
Nice.
And on his other hip is a fey crystal handled pistol.
Nice.
That is mine.
He stole it from you.
He says, welcome. My name is Mercurio Sootraker Flambeau. Welcome to my home.
Well, thank you for the invite, and I point to the
Please,
earth
please
amalgam.
be seated.
The view is almost as nice as the mansion we were at the party the other night.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you've made quite a name for yourselves. Even I have heard of you clear down here in Ashgate.
Wow.
How can I help thee?
Our name spreads like wildfire, of course.
How can I help the infamous Golden Shard Adventuring Company?
Oh well, we understand that I don't know, some dumb boys got off ship, challenged your
Your champion.
nice big champion there. He's really big. The other night, and just did not do well at all. They did something dumb. I guess they maybe attacked it or something. We just want to know what happened to them. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They followed
Back in
him
reality,
home.
so-
Exactly.
We just need to find them and return them to their captain, if possible.
Well,
No more, no less.
well, I get it.
I'll fix your toy there if you would like.
We have artificers there on payroll. They don't even take much.
It doesn't. You don't have to pay me anything, and plus, I'll do a much better job. Trust me.
Yes, I've been with him for a very long time. He's very good with his tools.
That does not help, cause.
All right, gentlemen. This is where we're going to roll initiative. This is a social encounter.
All right.
You mean round zero?
I'm at round zero. Yes.
Round 0.
Could very well be.
All right.
Who knows?
Well, I'm sitting.
Round 0.1, round 0.2.
Yeah. For the record, these 6 men with pistols walked in behind you. Just
That's
for the
of
record.
course.
Hey, we
All right.
made no
Target practice.
All right. So this we're going to roll initiative like normal. You guys were not aware that this was a social encounter, so you're going to roll vigilance. He will be rolling cool.
That's okay.
We weren't aware it was a social encounter. I was
Forget
coming in
about
here to
that.
talk. So
Yeah, okay, there you go.
That's okay.
But that's okay. Vigilance is better.
That's okay. Zandra is very good at in vigilance.
I got nothing. I got like
She's always
no
aware of her
successes,
surroundings.
3 advantage.
Did mine roll yet? No, I did not roll. Sorry, I apologize.
Make sure you go off initiative and not the skill. Else it's not going to work for Tony.
Excellent. Okay, so what we ended up with is a GM slot with 3 successes and 1 advantage. Then a player slot with 2 successes, 2 advantage. A player slot with 1 success, 1 advantage, and a player slot with 0 successes, 3 advantage.
That was me.
Now, also, Mercurio rolled a triumph.
Yep.
Oh, no.
And for his triumph, he is immediately going to set a ledger down on his desk.
Oh.
And on that ledger is the name Zandra Cole.
Oh. All right.
Looks like everybody wants a piece.
And with the advantage, he just kind of thrums his fingers beneath the name, or with his triumph. And so your first roll, Zandra,
Yes.
something from your past, something you're not proud of,
No.
is making you nervous, and so you're going to have an upgraded check.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
That's nice.
This looks like he's got a dossier on you.
Ooh.
That's what it is. All right. He says, "Gentlemen, you walked into my home. Now, mind you, we invited you, but we can uninvite you. And when we uninvite, we usually send people to the morgue.
Oh, that's not very nice, though. Come on.
Now,
But I'd like to keep this civil.
Yes,
What
Mr.
can you
Flambeau?
offer me besides something I already have? Artificers galore. I'll gladly sell you the information." And so he will be making a negotiation check.
All right. Oh.
And he is looking particularly at Gustav with this. A year of service. You worked for me for a year.
I don't believe my debt is that big for one entire year. 12
So that's
months?
what he says. I'm going to roll it now. I'm going to roll it. What is your negotiation?
I don't think he's talking about your debts there.
What is your
still on
negotiation?
Fiery pants. That'd be two purple.
Okay.
My negotiation is based off of presents, and I have a 2 in presents.
All right. And so I have a positive pool of 3 yellow, 1 green.
Yeah, why don't you upgrade that?
Okay. Spend your story point. I will be upgrading.
Because I'm actually suggesting. Okay.
All right. 3 successes. So you're going to take 3 strain.
Okay.
And
He'll take 1 with his threat.
with his threat, sure. I'll give him 1. Okay.
Because I actually, what I was going to say with my upgrade was, you hire me for a year, you fire everybody else.
Okay.
Ooh.
I am the only one that works for you.
Nice.
Thinking about that.
I am not going to be working with incompetent idiots. So that's
He
why
is that good, you know.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right. First player slot. So the way this works is it has to be a social skill. And if at any time you decide to start rolling other than social skills, keep in mind there's 6 guns behind you.
As if Zandra's worried about that. Her hands are nowhere near her guns, and she still doesn't care.
You might survive it. I don't know if the other 2 will.
Oh, they'll survive because of her.
Okay. All right. This could be a TPK early. We may end this early.
We might.
All right.
We got about an hour left. All right, we'll see. It's gonna be done on round 2. Since we're on round 0 right
who else wants?
does
anyone want to go
I'll
first?
Kick it off. I will continue with the. I'm gonna do a coercion on him.
Ooh la la.
That will be.
do you want to just say after you roll?
I was just
Say it wrong.
following out. Well, that's true. I could. What is this going to be against?
So coercion is opposed by discipline, I believe.
I think so.
I can hardly remember all the
It's
social
discipline.
skills.
It's discipline.
It's discipline.
Yeah, I think this one.
So his discipline is going to be 1 red, 1 purple.
All right.
Coercion versus this one.
Yeah, I'm basically continuing on that whole thread of, I am not going to be working with incompetent idiots. That is all there is to it.
But this is the opening exchange, and he
Exactly.
does believe he has you at a clear disadvantage. So go ahead and upgrade that second one.
All right. Well, I
I'm
believe
flipping a story.
I believe I am not at a disadvantage whatsoever. All kinds of confidence. My artificing skills are top notch. Whose side? Maybe. Channeling my inner Stefan.
Well, surrounded by some of her more
I'll let
competent,
reputation carry that. You do
Reputation.
have a reputation. You're 260 years old. You've got quite the reputation.
and surrounded by 2 of your biggest muscles.
There we go. Nice. All right, here we go.
Best
So
fight.
Well,
this
your
is
biggest
gonna be
muscle and your quickest gun. Yeah.
There you go. 1 yellow, 2 green, 2 red, but that famous boost die that I challenged from Stefan, or channeled from Stefan. All right, here we go. That's a failure, but 1 advantage, though. So, I don't know. I think with that just boast that I did kind of gives me a little bit of time to kind of breathe, and I'm going to heal 1 of these strain. How about that?
Heal 1 strain. Okay.
Yeah.
Zszree. Or Hugo,
Whomever.
whichever one of you.
Yeah.
Let Xandra go first.
All right. Yeah, Zandra keeps going with the coercion. She turns to the minions behind the 6 guys and just flips her coat to reveal her 6 guns. Like, do you really want to die for this man?
Oh, my God.
Is it really worth it?
So this is against them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, he controls this scene, so it still goes to his discipline.
Yeah.
So it is 1 red, 1 purple, and I said you will have a automatic upgrade.
Yep. I upgrade that to 2, so 2 reds.
Whoa.
Due to his triumph
Yep.
and setting the dossier on you down on the desk.
Nice.
Yeah. But she's still, her strength, confident and carefree, but also quick-tempered. So she's like, consequences. So,
Simmer down now.
Wow.
Her hair-
You're telling a fired amalgam to simmer down?
yeah,
No.
no,
That's not going to happen.
her hair is flaring out, as she's looking at these 6 guys.
Doesn't that give you a coercion? A bonus to your coercion when you flame out? I thought so. I thought we gave that
If
to
she
the
uses
fire.
her once per session fiery countenance, yes.
Yeah, she could. She's definitely going to use that. Spend a story point, of course. So there you go.
Flame out. Flame up. Flame out.
So a story point. The rest of the encounter, she can spend 2 advantage or 2 triumph on any check to to place burn 3 on an enemy engaged.
Right, in a social encounter, that burn it makes the heat in the room go up, so they take strain damage
instead.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
All right. So that would be that.
Yeah,
I already spent my story point, so that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
But you said you
Yes?
turned back to the dude's behind, so your back is to him.
The back is to Mercurio, because she doesn't care about him.
Yeah, I'm
Just shows
thinking
her
that's
disregard.
kind of, he's taken that as she doesn't
An
even
affront?
see him as the one to threaten.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and give yourself a boost die.
All right, there we go. See? Just playing to my strength. So. All right, flipping. Roll the dice pool. There we go. Ooh.
You so do not have to copy me, Seven. I mean, you really don't.
No, I don't. I didn't
A
have
failure with an advantage, just like me. Bummer.
to. Unfortunately, failed, but with an advantage. So,
Okay. He chuckles and he goes, "They're a dime a dozen. They don't care.
still,
I'm the one you need to deal with, honey."
They might not care, but I'm still going to send the set back to the next bad guy.
All right. Fair enough. A setback die to the next bad guy to go, which will be him.
Yep. There you go.
Hugo?
He's still
All right.
unnerved a little bit. Like, she is good with those guns.
He'll, well, since we're still being social, he's going to, look, perhaps it's in both our best interests. You do not wish us here for long, and we do not want to be here either. Perhaps, instead of 1 year service, we just want to know their fates, what transpired with them. There's just a simple piece of information, and we'll be out of each other's hair and on our way. Perhaps we can come to some sort of easy conclusion to this. Something mutually satisfactory and something not so costly.
Okay.
So,
All right. So you're going to give me a negotiation check.
Okay.
And that is going to be opposed by his negotiation, which is 3 red and a purple.
Shite.
While he's saying that, Zandra's rolling her eyes, but luckily she's had her back to Mercurio.
So that's
All right.
3 challenge dice and 1 difficulty die.
Yep.
There we go. He's pretty determined. He really wants to get this done. So he's going to upgrade. Other than that, let me see if he has anything.
So one of the things we haven't been playing with is you guys' motivations. We haven't really been looking at those.
I've
because, particularly.
Well, I don't have any written on my sheet here, so
I
really
just
can't.
noticed that. I never did apparently put them in the fantasy grounds. I still have them in the other
the PDF.
PDF. So if you'd like, I can give you guys your.
I've got the PDF up, so I've got hers.
I'm going to give myself.
Because they may be able to pull theirs in on this. So if you would give them theirs while you have it up, that'd be great.
Sure, I have him that. So Gustav has as his strength analytical thinking.
Yep.
As his flaw, curiosity. His desire of discovery. But he fears just, for a quiet life of settling down and being mundane. I guess.
Yep. I just brought it up myself, so okay.
Whereas Hugo, his loyalty, that's his strength. He's loyal to a fault. His flaw is that he's unwavering, maybe linked to his loyalty. He desires to belong. And he fears dishonor.
Okay, one more time. Loyalty is his strength?
Yep.
And?
Unwavering is his flaw.
Okay.
Belonging is his desire.
Okay.
And as long as he's around Zandra, he's always going to belong to her. And he fears dishonor.
Okay.
Whereas,
All right, so
just while we're recapping, motivations for Zandra are her confidence and her carefree attitude. She's quick-tempered, that's her flaw. She desires love, big surprise, and fears loss.
but she's looking for nub in all the wrong places, you know.
That's it. She tries to shine a light on all the dark places, but she's never finding it. So,
All right. So go ahead there, Hugo. We're going to make that check now.
All right. Would you like to do anything to this?
So if you ever wish to invoke any of your motivations and you want to bring them in, let me know you're invoking a motivation, and we'll either add a setback or a boost die.
yeah.
Okay.
Based on how that works. So
Nothing so far for me, at
Okay.
least in that regard. I'm good as it is. I'll let it roll and see what happens.
Oh. Okay. Failed check with one threat. So your one threat is you're going to take strain.
Okay.
And he kind of chuckles and he says, "Listen, before you leave here, you're going to give me all your gold crowns. That's a given. Because either you're going to leave here in a body bag, or you're going to leave here with none of them. And if you guys give me each a year of service, I'll gladly tell you what you want to know. Now I understand, Mr. Blitz, that you're sworn to an order, so we won't make you do anything against your morals."
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to the top with him. And that grin, that just sinister, and when he grins, he like, you look and meat rippers coming down the stairs. He says, "Yeah, I outgun you, I outman you, and you just have no hope. Just give me what I want, and I'll give you what you want." I think he's targeting that coercion check at her at this point.
Nice.
Oh, you're funny, Mercurio. You're so funny.
All right, so he's targeting his coercion check particularly at you,
Right.
there, Sandra.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's doing it, he's tapping the book on you.
Right. No.
And so I've already looked up your discipline since you were laughing. So it's going to be a 2 yellow, 1 green versus 2 purple pool as of right now.
Yeah, I'm going to still flip that last story point because, some of her reputation is still bleeding over. Hello.
Excellent. Okay. However, him tapping that dossier, if he knows whatever this hidden secret is, if he knows what you suspect may be in there, it's certainly not something you want your former love, the paladin, to hear about.
Yeah, well.
So he will be upgrading his check.
Yeah, well. What happens. What happens.
Oh! He failed his check.
She keeps laughing.
With 3 advantage.
He has some advantages, but
I know.
It didn't really affect.
So with his advantage, through the laughing, he glances at the two of you, Gustav and Hugo, and says, "Her arrogance is going to get the two of you killed." And that's his advantage, which means each of you, with my 5 advantage, each of you is going to get a setback die on your next communication with him, and whomever is next will get one. So you'll each be designated 1 setback die, and then whomever's next will get a second one.
All right.
So this is sorry, I never reset the round. That was him at the top, and now this is round 3, and first player.
One of you two want to go?
Sure, I'll go ahead and go. I'm still going to use coercion on this guy. Just threatening him that your toy is back, but I am much better artificer than Artificer Bob. I could take that thing apart in no time whatsoever, and I can also put them back together too.
In the dark, I might add.
We're just looking here for the boys, whether they are alive or not. That is very easy for you to say. We came in here with, let me see, no ill motives. We're just looking for information. But you being so aggressive, I guess that's fiery nature and your fiery, wiry hair there. So I'm used to it. I go with her everywhere. All right. So
it's versus discipline. It's one red, one purple.
Got it. 2 step back, you said 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
So, you get to use 2? Okay.
These dice are just not coming up
One
good
advantage.
for you guys.
You know what? I would like to use that advantage to spend it. I'm just looking what I could potentially... Yeah, I'm thinking like a detail that I haven't noticed yet. Like an important point about this encounter here.
Okay.
I'm thinking. With just for 1. But
So the big foundry behind him...
Mm-hmm.
It's there because it's actually not behind him. There's no foundry behind him. That is an illusion on the window, and that may allude to one of his motivations.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me.
All right.
So it may give, in this case, you may be getting a hint as to one of his motivations.
Is flaw or something?
Yeah.
Or his fear, maybe? Okay. Yeah,
Maybe
I didn't roll enough advantage to learn one of his fears, though.
Right, to learn his fear, but you didn't roll enough to either learn a desire or a strength.
A strength or a flaw, right?
So all we know is we saw the foundry behind him, right?
Yeah,
That was it.
but I'll give you that it's an illusion. It's not real,
Yeah, it's not an actual... It's a projection kind of
Yeah.
window.
which may allude to something that he...
Mm-hmm. I will throw that out there. I will let him know that I know. Mainly.
Maybe at the end of that you say, I like your fancy little fake window here.
Yes, I could turn that off quick. Yeah. I know that's not the real. That's not the real. Okay. Everybody knows that.
That was Gustav.
Yep.
Now Hugo.
Yeah. Yep. He will. I'll go next, and I will try and use coercion, following in the same line. I'm gonna just let him know that. Look, we're not intimidated by threats. I mean, we're here just to get some information. We don't want to cause any trouble, nor do we want any. But we will not be bowed, and we will be servants to no one. It's simple as that. So it's probably in your best interest to give us what we want.
Okay.
There you go. And what's the difficulty? It's 1 purple, 1 red?
You got it. Yep.
All right. And would you like to do anything else to this pool?
No, but I'd like to invoke... I think you should invoke your unwavering flaw, but in a positive way. You're not moving from your position at all. You've pretty much stayed at the same position over and over and over. So go ahead and get a boost die for that.
All right. Well, just I'm kind of locked up in who Hugo is, so let's see what happens here.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
What was that result, Daryl?
4 strain to him.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 4 side. My final result was 4 success and 1 threat.
Nice.
So 4 strain to him, and 1 to you.
Okay. There we go.
Right.
So while you're still at the very end there, you eyed where Meat Ripper is in the room.
Okay.
Just making, mental note, but maybe he caught a glimpse of that. Next player, that was Hugo, and then last player would be Zszree.
Zszree, yes. Zszree will be using her deception.
Okay.
She's sauntering around the room.
Hussy.
No longer considering the mooks as a threat. Walking around the desk, trying to mislead, basically, through her attitude and words. They've got the upper hand, basically. I don't think you have any idea about the class of people that you're dealing with, my chérie. Just because numbers do not matter as much as quality.
Very well then. All right, so his vigilance is will-based, and his willpower is 2, and his vigilance is 1. So 1 purple, 1 red.
All right. All right. And I'm playing maybe on the fact that her ally, Gustav, found out that his little projection screen is not actually an actual window. He has to rely on artifice. That might give her a little bit more oomph, maybe a boost dice to her deception.
Sure.
All right.
But also throw in a setback die because you don't know why.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
She's just playing on her guts. She knows Gustav, but maybe he's full of shit. All right. That looks good to me.
And I'm happy.
Roll it. Ooh la la.
Oh, this is an interesting one. All right, Stefan, what'd you roll,
this will
buddy?
be interesting.
What'd you
This
roll?
will be interesting. I still managed to succeed in my deception,
With one.
upsetting Mercurio. But I have a threat, a triumph, and a despair. Which
Oh,
All right.
Wardrobe
will make
malfunction.
GM happy, of course.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You hit
So
me right in
all
the
of the-
cockles with that. Just
Yeah.
saying.
There's that.
All right, so
Succeed maybe in
There is a
one more point of strain towards him.
well, there is a you can learn like a desire and fear, or you can learn the true goal of your target with the triumph.
That might be something that she'd want to
Upgrade
know.
stuff.
She takes a bit of, at least maybe a bit of strain through all of that, trying to find out as she taps the ledger, looking at
You can also
Sure.
upgrade his next check too.
all right, so let's all the things you can do with your triumph.
Yeah.
Let's do that. So you can learn the desire, the fear, or learn any one motivation. You can upgrade the difficulty of the targeted character's next check. You can upgrade the ability of an allied character's next check. You could do something vital, such as getting his attention, distracting all the guards, so your character's friends have a chance to do something important. You could also learn his true goal.
Right.
that might be. I think the goal would be nice to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
As
his
she's
true
walking
goal,
around and
his true goal, is to have you back in his employ.
right,
You were one of those that got away,
right,
and people don't get away from the soot breakers.
Mm.
You did. You bought your freedom, much like John Wick. You were out,
John Wick.
Yeah. But they're trying to bring me back in.
but he wants you back in. You were one of his best enforcers when
Yeah.
you were young. And he actually worked for his father, but
Still,
okay. He is at 6 strain right now. You're getting close. Very close. Now, the despair, you know that's his true goal.
Yeah.
You know that you suspect that dossier right there
yeah.
is every contract kill you took out for his father.
Right.
And if that got out, if your friends knew all the contract kills you did when you were younger, all those names on that list, all the ages on that list.
That's right, Nikita.
All right. Very well then. We move to round 4 of our social combat, and I gotta say this is probably the last one.
This is a really long social encounter, man.
Yeah.
And he's like,
yeah, we're looking at each other and both are flaring. Who's going to flinch first?
Nice.
he is going to use his fiery countenance
Ooh.
and the blue streaks in his fiery hair, which show age on amalgams. They just shock upward extra. And he will be using his fiery countenance, which allows him to, if he makes this check, he will apply burn quality to you guys' strain equal to his presence rating if he gets 2 advantage. And
Who's he targeting?
he is targeting...
Zszree, probably, right?
Oh, come on.
No. He is targeting specifically Hugo.
Aha.
Ooh.
And he is...
The moral rock of the group.
Yep.
He says, you know what? My organization really doesn't have a lot of use for you. If you can convince her to give me a year of service, I'll let you leave. Your other friend leave. And you can keep half your coin. And that is yet another negotiation check. Targeting Hugo. Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to do... this is charm. He's smiling this whole time. He is trying to charm.
Yeah, there you go. Charm the breastplate off you.
So charm. What's charm opposed by? I believe that's cool.
Probably
Charm, cool. Yeah.
All right. So it's going to be 3 difficulty to my... where is charm? 3 presence. Why isn't it filling in?
Oh.
Oh, well. When in doubt, fill it in the hard way. All right. So...
I like it the hard way. Sorry. Let us about.
You're his primary target.
No, you didn't.
With the burn there, Hugo.
Ooh.
And
would he? Would either the fact
he has exposed his true goal, so I'm going to go ahead and throw a setback die up there for that.
Okay. I was going to say perhaps the fact that I'm unwavering, and loyal to my friends.
Sure, I'll throw in another setback die for that.
Okay.
Despite their faults.
All right. All right, here goes.
Wait. Oh, shit.
Were you going to upgrade?
That's okay. You failed.
He failed.
You failed.
Oops. You can put it back.
All right. I'm sorry. I thought you were done. Anyhow,
All right.
that was him. Next player. If you guys...
I'd like to go next.
Okay.
Sure, go ahead, Rick.
I will. So Gustav, basically, he's going to use deception, and he is going to say, "I do backgrounds, everything, everybody I hire. There's nothing in there I have not seen because I don't believe you are as good as me when it comes to figuring things out. Don't worry, everything will be okay, Zszree. We know. Don't worry. I know everything I need to know about you." So I'm just totally deceiving this guy because I don't have a fucking clue probably about all that, of course.
All right. Nice. So that'll be deception versus his vigilance, which is 1 purple, 1 red.
All right.
Or as I would like to say, a BS roll.
You're going to get a boost die because you exposed his exposed his true goal.
And I'm actually flipping a story point because I
see that.
Gustav truly believes it doesn't matter what is in there because in some way he is telling the truth. He does know, but it doesn't really. He doesn't know. It doesn't fucking matter to him what she's done. It doesn't matter to him. She's proven herself time and time over since he's known her. So anyway, so that's why the story point.
Very well then.
Okay, you good, Tony?
Yep.
That look good?
Yes, I am.
There you go.
He's totally not successful, so I failed.
So you had a blank roll, just like
Boom,
my
blank.
last roll. Blank roll, no results.
Just
It's
really
a wash.
nothing. Not washing. Yeah, just kind of a wash back and forth. No progress made.
Daryl or Stefan, would you like either of your characters?
I'll try. I'm basically, Hugo just looks at him. He says, no matter what you say, what you do, we will be getting information, what we want. We're standing together. We've overcome so many obstacles together. We adapt, we overcome. And it's a leadership check if you allow it.
That's
And
fine.
he's-
No, leadership is a social skill.
So he's making eye contact with Sandra. He's making eye contact with Gustav and says, we adapt, we overcome. We will walk out of here with that information.
All right, so 2 boost dice, because one, he revealed his true goal, and second one, because this sounds like loyalty. And then the difficulty is 1 purple, 1 red, normally.
Okay.
However, is that last bit of, I really want her back on my team. I want the best gun in this town fighting for me. So
I just
upgrade
hope
the
to-
second one, please.
I just hope to get my chance to roll as well.
Go. And
I'm sure he will.
he's determined to succeed at this, so he'll upgrade as well.
Okay.
And would you like to do anything else?
Nope.
That's it? Okay. And we shall see how this goes. Oh, did it roll? No, it did not.
Oh, nice.
Nice. All good.
What'd you get?
So
there?
I ended up getting a success, 3 advantage, and 1 triumph.
Nice.
Okay. Don't forget, there is one other element that you can do when in a social encounter, which we completely forgot to mention.
Say that.
When you roll a triumph, you can invoke what is a critical,
Oh yeah.
Think I shall.
which basically gives them 5 strain, 5 additional
I
strain.
think so. I'm close
Yeah.
to it.
I can't remember exactly, but
I've got the main book.
Yep,
open.
5 strain.
Where is it?
5
Yeah.
strain. Yeah, there it is.
4 advantage
All right.
or 5 strain, you can inflict a critical.
All right, so
Okay.
he's at 7 strain when you hit the. Do you want to invoke critical with your?
Yeah, you punch that.
I think it would be a tactical decision to do so. Yes, I definitely want to inflict as much strain as possible.
So putting him at 12 strain.
punch that button.
At the end of this round, we'll let Stefan roll his last one. But at the end of this round, he's going to capitulate in one way or another. So, because he's not at 0 strain, he is below half, though, and I have a rule for what's going to happen with him at half.
right.
So,
I will take one of those boost die, and I will, being it's a leadership check, it will automatically give a little boost die to Sandra.
By the way, when we fail, we have to take 2 strain. Just to let you know. So he needs to take a couple strain. I need to take a couple strain.
I got to take these.
Okay, for future reference, we completely did that wrong all night. Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. I've never read that.
I just was reading it right now. It was right next to the crit.
Yeah, I'm going to add a 2 strain because I know I failed.
Don't bother. Nobody's been doing it, so don't bother.
Okay.
We'll just say we didn't. None of us did it, so it didn't affect the encounter. Would have been over a lot faster.
All right.
Yeah.
Because we had a lot of failed checks.
Yeah. On this side, most definitely.
But he would be at 0 right now with his 2 failed checks. So
Cool.
there's that. All right, so Stefan, go ahead and take your last roll. What are you doing?
As she's at her wit's end, it's like she jumps up on his desk. And just, are you kidding me? You think you would turn my friends against me? I've been through hell and high water with them. They know me.
Damn right I know you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so,
This will burn you.
nice. All right, so 1 purple, 1 red.
Yeah.
And you're going to get, you got your boost die for his goal being revealed.
That's it.
And sounds like you lost your temper, so go ahead and throw another one in there.
And for once, you notice Hugo is not like being deadly serious, and he's kind of locked on your
setback.
posture.
Sorry, Tony. Another boost die or another setback?
Boost.
Boost. All right. Oh yeah, she definitely lost her temper now.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Lord, I did not make one check.
There we go.
Okay. There you go.
A success and 3 advantage as she just goes off on him. It's like, you think my past will really bother me? I know what I did.
He's like, all right. Fine. We'll cross this bridge later. And he grabs the dossier. We'll revisit this. You and I will have dealings again in the future. I know. You'll always end up back here. You always do. But tonight, yeah, fine. For 1,000 of your gold crowns, I'll tell you what happened to those men.
I'd like to use some of that advantage to I toss 500. You'll take what's in that pouch and be happy with it.
Sounds like about 500 to me, but you might take that. You might want to take that, bud.
That's 3 advantage. I'm okay with that. He just rolls his eyes. I'll get it eventually. Says, all right. I sold them.
What?
We captured them all. I sold them into slavery.
To who?
I sold them to the Underflayers Guild.
Those despicable? They make you seem like knights.
Yes. So, the Underflayers Guild, for those wanting to know, since we've already alluded that she knows, they're a union of necromancy specialized blood mages and artificers that work deep under the city of Calder in the mining complex. They basically create revenants for the army.
Oh boy.
The fact that they bought slaves seems weird.
Oh, if they've turned them into revenants, I am so coming back here and laying waste to your freaking office.
Gosh, I love that temper.
I think it at that she's walking out, and
Shut
we're like,
up.
Hugo and I are looking at each other like, I think it's time for us to go.
Your head will be adorning my mantelpiece.
I'll let her walk out first. Gustav lets Hugo and Zszree walk out first. I've got something to say to him under my breath as I leave.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Nice.
I'm taking one of your men to guide us. That's all I'm saying. You're coming with us.
Nice.
See?
Okay.
She hasn't drawn a gun at all in this encounter. She's just grabbing him by the collar. You're following us. All right. Go ahead, Chris.
So under my breath, where they can't hear, I'm like, you should talk to your father. I know exactly what he's gone through with her working for. Oh my gosh, fiery temper all the time. Oh, and by the way, you need some, and I list a couple parts. If you'd make this upgrade or this upgrade to him, he won't be able to take the lightning too much. And my gauntlet, I kind of go the thing. Yeah, that'll take him out every time as I leave.
And he goes, wait, good dwarf.
Yeah.
Here. And he writes something down on a piece of paper, slides it across the table to you.
Okay. I'll fold it. I won't look at it, but I'll fold it. And as I'm walking out, I'll read it. Thank you. Yeah. What do you say?
All right. So it's
almost 11. Yeah, Eastern time.
So the scam that was going on in the arena that gets the men.
Pardon me.
Wow.
They get people to not like people. They are telling. Okay, so what he puts down is that we knew your men weren't from Shattered Crown. We knew they were from Spire. We told the crowd otherwise, just like the Artificer. Because the treaty The treaty with Spire prevents us from taking them as slaves.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I read it, and I read it as I go, and I look over my shoulder back at him, and I kind of nod. All right. But basically, thanks for letting me know. All right.
So they were prohibited to take them as slaves?
So there's a practice here.
Technically.
They will capture foreigners.
Not say that they're from Spire. Right.
If they're at war with the city of Shattered Crown right now.
Okay, right.
So by taking people that are from Shattered Crown, they sell them into slavery. The city's okay with it.
Yeah.
The government's okay with it. The government currently has a treaty with the city of the Spire, and it's in that treaty it explicitly states that no Spire citizens will be sold in the slave markets of Calder, which is why he is taking Spire citizens and selling them to the Underflayers.
So which is not in the they're not in the market.
They're not in the slave market.
If Zszree finds this out, she's so going over the edge. You thought quick tempered was her flaw? It's like, whoa, she's gonna go nuclear.
Gustav will put that one right in his front pocket on his apron for now. Keep it in there for a moment.
Yeah, I think you know how Zszree would react to that.
So we're running low on time.
Yep.
So to cut to the chase, this guy leads you right to the Underflayers Guild workshop where they sold the men into slavery.
Gotcha.
And it just so happens that there's something going on, that there's no guards. And you guys quickly pick the lock and get inside. And you move through this facility. Now, this is deep under the mine.
Ooh.
And when you step out onto this iron staircase, and it's not a spiral staircase, it moves in a square, but it goes down like a spiral. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
A square staircase.
Wraps back around on itself, right?
You see this vast room filled with machinery. Gibbets line the whole room, filled with men and women.
Oh my god.
The place is awash with necromantic energy. Greenish light glows throughout the place.
Disgusting. This is revolting.
And
I agree.
there's what looks like almost like a row of coffins that they're shoving. They pull the gibbet down. They shove the gibbet into this coffin. They slam the lid down, and then it's just injected with the fluids. And then there's a loud pressing sound. It goes, and you hear everything backs away, and mold steps away or moves away, and the thing that comes out is, I'll show you an image.
Oh,
Ooh,
all right.
More images.
So these are what step out of the cauldron or the coffins
Ooh,
afterwards.
all right.
The Revenants. Is that what that is, a Revenant? Or?
That is not a Revenant. That does not look like a Revenant. It looks like something else. Now, the thing you'll notice about these, the helm thing, is it completely, like the crystal hanging off the side of the helm thing is glowing.
Gotcha, okay.
So for our listeners, if you can imagine, like the first Hellboy movie, the guy who likes to insert all kinds of cybernetics in them. Imagine
the
that
clockwork guy.
the clockwork guy, but
So they have
body into a bit like that.
On their hands, they have stylized copper claws.
Yep.
Hanging out their belts. They're covered in this armor. Hanging at their belts, they have several what look like copper throwing stars hanging at their belts. And they are wearing this copper mask that makes their face look like a skull with a glowing crystal coming off the side. And then a pauldron on their left-hand shoulder.
Right.
These are called copper-shod cadavers.
Wow.
Ugh.
And standing in the center of it all, organizing this whole thing, is another image. This guy.
Loading. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
That is the Underflayer. He is a blood mage artificer combination that uses magic and artifice to create undead creations.
All right. Well,
That's
basically,
a whole
This is
lot of
a
ugly in one place.
yeah. Basically, what this guy looks like, he looks
Go ahead.
like a skeleton wearing a mage robe with shoulder pads, holding a nice big staff, and his inner rib cage is glowing green, and he has like these. He's got like this green glowing like sticks in his hand on the end of chains.
there's
That's
unholy
pretty
relics.
sweet. Unholy relics and whatever.
And there's also a smokestack coming out of one of his pauldrons.
Oh, is that what that is?
spewing
Oh, okay.
smoke.
Kind of a
Nice.
steampunk version of Legion of Doom wrestlers.
Yes.
Nice. There we go.
Wow.
All right. Now, again, all these images are going to be available on, and the last image I forgot to share earlier, which I will share now. You guys, that was Alistair Pendrake. That was the captain. I forgot to share that earlier.
Nice.
So.
Oh, he looks cool. Oh, Zszree would totally do him.
All right. So we're going to get into this.
Wow.
So what you've got is
Oh, really?
We've got several minion groups of these copper-shod
All right.
cadavers,
All right.
and you have the Underflayer. When you guys arrive, they are unaware of your presence, so you guys are going to get the surprise to start. The noise in here is unbelievably loud.
Good.
Right.
So any kind of
They're not going to hear my
sound-based
explosion.
actions
Any kind
are
of
going
stealth.
to.
Yeah, they won't hear my explosions.
So you guys are going to get the upper hand, so to speak, meaning you'll get to roll initiative,
Right.
and theirs is going to be vigilance based, and yours will be cool. And let's have a team stealth check versus.
I've got some stealth.
Okay, let's do that. That might upgrade your initiative checks.
I have nothing.
Oh, yeah.
So
Zandra's
team
all about
It's
stealth.
one player rolls it, so let's have Zszree do the stealth, and that will be. It's going to be. Looks like one purple, one red.
Right.
However, you're going to get 3 boost dice due to the noise.
Right. All right. I don't think I have to ask for more, so
No.
I'll just roll it.
Please don't.
Well, there we
All
go.
right, with 3 successes,
And
yeah,
an
you guys are
advantage.
all going to get a free upgrade on your initiative.
There we go.
All right.
So that
Between
that
the
should
smoke
guarantee
and the
you guys get
steam. And,
Yeah.
All right, so let me clear the
Oh,
previous.
sorry about that.
Oh, nope, it
It
just
did take it.
superseded.
2 and 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Put me in there. Cool. Yeah, you were like, let me clear it. As I was
Wow.
clicking.
is it okay for me to collect too?
Yep.
Cool. All right. Let's go.
Oh, I did a roll from the stupid initiative
There we
tracker.
go.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll put me in. I got nothing anyways. No, 0-1.
No, still. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So 0-1 there. 0-1 there,
Yeah,
Tony,
cool.
on that last one. Might still put us ahead of them. I think ties go to us. Because I think you rolled 0-1 as well.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just leave it at we'll call it. Right? Where'd it go?
I don't know.
Yeah,
good.
it's good enough.
I'm not touching
All right.
anything anymore.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, so playing on. All right. Oh, by the way, at the end of social encounters, you wipe out strain.
Okay.
All righty.
My massive 1 point of strain.
Nice.
All right, so you have 2 minion groups of the copper-shod cadavers that are just standing around, milling around, and you have him in the center of the room, and he is going to enact a spell, not knowing you guys are there. So that spell is going to be something personal.
Okay.
So let me. He's basically augmenting for his next for his next undead that he was going to make. So. which will just do a artifice to augment himself.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. No, he failed.
Oh. Too bad. Failed, but with 4 advantages.
Yeah, with 4 advantage, it'll just pass the boost die to each of his minion groups.
Right, fair enough.
Right, so you guys will all get to go before most of them.
Okay.
First player.
I would I'd like to go first, only because I am going to use my signature spell called Turbo Locomotion, which is an augment with haste and an additional target. So you guys are my targets for this. And if I get I think it's 1 advantage. Yep, for each advantage I'll be able to hit myself. So that's what I've got so far, Tony. Does that look
Fingers
good?
crossed.
That's fine as is.
Okay, there we go. So this is 3 yellow, a green, and 2 purple. Rolling.
It was 3 purple.
What'd I say? 3 purple? Yeah,
you said 2.
But
it was supposed to be 3. So I failed with 2 advantage. I think with that I'll just pass a boost die out there for somebody who wants it, and give that to you guys. So that's all I'm gonna do. Oh, how far away is the
Okay, so you guys are up on the platform when this all starts. That put you at long range.
Can I spend a maneuver to get within medium?
Yes, you can spend a maneuver to go into medium range.
I will.
All right.
Okay.
Which involves going down the stairs. The rest.
That's cool. That's it.
All right.
And then there's a boost die out there for you guys because I was charging it up and kind of gives you a little bit of a little bit of energy.
Mind if I go next, Daryl?
Go for it.
All right. So Zszree goes next. She'll move. She'll take a maneuver to get closer as well. And she just finally brings her favorite friends there out to play.
Pete, repeat.
Yep, Pete and repeat. to play.
Mm-hmm.
And just starts going bang, 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 bang.
Right. If you maneuver to get into medium range, then it's just 2 purple difficulty at medium range.
All right, so there we go. That's her skill, 2 purple.
Are you aiming at the underflayer, or are you aiming at one of the Coppershot Cadaver minion groups?
Oh, let's aim for the big guy, the underflayer.
Underflayer Fullgrave has adversary 2.
All right. Well, she does get quick strike, so he hasn't acted yet, right? No, he's acted.
He has acted.
He has acted.
It technically wasn't an action, so go ahead. He wasn't aware of you guys' presence.
Okay, fair enough. 2 upgrades though, so there we go. And let's see, dual fan the hammer once per encounter before making a combat check with a revolver. You may add auto fire for +1 difficulty. So let's do that. She'll fan the hammer.
Okay, and setback die for his defense, range defense of 1.
There we go. And I'll flip a story point because it's important for the story. She's trying to find out. So
please note, listeners, that the story point pool is now entirely on the GM side of the table.
Yes, I know. But still, it's awesome.
You hoarding bastard. No.
Excellent.
Right, so there you go. So
roll that beautiful bean footage.
There we go. Oh, yes. So 3 successes and 3 advantage. Not enough to score a critical. Because my revolvers only get criticals on 4 successes. But still, that is still, I didn't roll from the damage roll, though.
You haven't rolled from the combat tab. How long have you been playing on Fantasy Grounds, Stefan? Like 3 years?
No.
Jeez.
I don't know.
What does Jamie do?
It may be because of this fine whiskey. I don't know.
All right, so do you have Pierce at all?
It's still 9 damage.
You're sounding tipsy.
Are they linked?
Do you have Pierce at all?
No, I have accurate 1, though.
That should have provided you with a boost die.
An extra boost dice, which means they're nothing. Watch.
All right, so still 9 damage.
Still 9 damage.
He soaks 4 of that, so he takes 5.
Bang,
So,
bang, bang.
You had auto fire going, right? You're fanning the hammer, so you should be able to...
Hammer.
to
Still activate with 2 advantage. Activate the auto fire for another 9 points of damage.
Soaking 4 of that, taking 5 more.
Sweet.
Yep. And since I have another advantage left, I'll simply give that to the next player who might be online.
All right. So the group of yes, right. The first group of copper-shod cadavers, they move as a trio, move over to a large wooden cabinet, and one of them opens it and pulls out a huge Gatling gun, and they begin to assemble it.
I forgot my dual wielder talent. Oh well, never mind.
Yeah, we've moved beyond your turn.
Yep.
That's okay.
What does it do?
It reduces the difficulty by 1 for my combined combat check by 1, but that's okay. Never mind.
Okay. All right. So they begin assembling a tripod-mounted Gatling gun.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's going to take... It took their maneuver to get over there, get it open. It's going to take their action to assemble it. Next round, they're going to use Prepare 1 to shoot it, and they're going to shoot it.
All right. So that means Hugo.
Next player.
Ooh.
You get a boost die from me.
All right. Well, Hugo will... how far are they away from him?
They are at... which they?
Well, the ones assembling the Gatling gun.
Oh, they were at long range from your original location.
I can't make it to them.
You can still maneuver, double maneuver.
Yeah, even at that, that's still 2 maneuvers will put me at what? Medium range?
Short range,
short?
I think. Long to medium, medium to short.
Just throw the damn thing at them.
You do have blood magic spells that you could use at long range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have once per encounter. You never know.
Okay, I'll
attack
put
spell against them.
Well, they don't have the signature spell. I'll do the boiling blood.
Curse them?
Yeah.
All right. By adding range to that, to get out to long, I do believe that that's programmed at medium range, isn't it?
Let me see.
You can move to get the medium range.
It's not a signature spell.
Yeah,
It's
one
just
maneuver.
name.
Yeah, you know what? I'll maneuver, take the maneuver, and I'll move to medium, and then I'll do it at standard range.
Okay, so that is going to be 4 difficulty. Because the range is actually short normally.
Okay. Oh, it's short range normally?
Yep. So to add the range, it's going to increase it by 1.
Okay,
and the
then
spell is automatically 3.
Take another maneuver.
Yes, let me talk. Yeah, that's exactly what I'll do, and I'll get it within short range, and I will do it at standard difficulty 3, right?
Yep.
Okay, and that's exactly what I'll do. Would you like to affect this dice pool in any way?
Yeah, you're using magic.
There we go.
Always fun.
Let's see. Alrighty, well, I'll leave it as is, and we'll see what happens.
Success.
No, I failed.
No,
did I?
You succeeded.
Oh, okay. Phew.
No,
Phew. I'm looking at the wrong one. Success. So the end result is 1 success with 1 threat.
There we go.
There you
So
go.
these guys are cursed, which means they're going to lose a green die.
Yep.
And when they... you may manipulate their dice pool. You may change one of their... Because with the doom effect of this spell, you may manipulate their dice pool, changing any of the dice as long as it's not already showing a triumph or despair to any symbol of your desire.
Beautiful.
So
Nice. Perfect.
All right. Next.
So that is noted by the 99 symbol next to them in the combat tracker. All right.
And don't forget to take your 2 strain for casting a spell.
That's up there. I got 2 plus the 1 I suffered from the threat.
Okay.
I thought you moved to short range, though.
I thought we had a free maneuver.
You get one free maneuver, and then you spent 2 strain to maneuver, and you cast a spell. That's total 4 strain that round.
Oh, okay, 4, right. Okay, gotcha.
It's understandable. There is confusion, and you don't play spellcasters often, so it's okay.
Me neither.
All right, so the last Coppershot Cadaver group is just going to move into range of you, and they're actually going to move. So you moved from long to short range from the groups. So they're going to move to engaged range with you, and they're going to engage you.
Okay.
And they're going to try and claw you, Hugo.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
With their nasty copper claws. Coppershot gauntlets. So what is your defense?
1.
Okay. So there's my pool. 2 yellow, 2 purple, 1 black. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm rolling. Wow, 9 damage to you. I'll just drop it on you. Because there's no pierce. So.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right, so you take 4. You soaked 5 of that. All right, and that is it for round 1. We go back to the top, and it's going to be the guys with the machine gun. Dun, dun, dun.
Darn it! I wanted to shoot him, darn it, before you went with them.
Let me get the machine gun out of my item inventory and put it in their inventory.
This might hurt if you're shooting at me. I don't know. Who are you going to shoot at?
Oh, I think I'll not tell you until I roll. All right, so the rotary gun goes out to long range, so I can hit any one of you. Wait a second. That ain't right. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
That
you
should
are,
work.
Stefan. Stefan just texted us in chat. Wow, I am really drunk.
Yeah.
I am rittily drunk.
Rittily drunk.
Yes. Just
Literally.
as a testament, Gibson's finest, bold, 8-year-old whiskey will get you drunk after 3 glasses.
Well, we'll get you
Wow,
drunk
Stefan.
there, featherweight.
It's really good.
Good stuff. All right.
Cheers, motherfuckers.
Cheers, my
Cheers.
love.
Cheers.
All right.
Stefan.
So,
Crack me up.
yeah, Gustav, they're aiming at you at long range.
All right. Do the stairs give me any natural
Yeah, they'll
range
give you some
defense?
cover.
All right, good, because I have none.
You have none?
I have no range. I have no range defense.
Hey,
Please
if
give me
you-
one. That would be great.
if you can't ask for boost dice, ask for setback dice.
So they're
you go.
aiming it up at you, but they're trailing it towards Zszree. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in the extra die for auto fire.
Okay, cool.
And then I am
Do you have any
spending
range
a-
defense,
I'm
Zszree?
spending a GM story point to upgrade.
Range defense? What's that, honey?
That'd be a
Now.
no.
Because of the curse, I remove a green die.
And then you have to add. Are you adding now? Medium range to me, but long range to her would be 3. That's why
Right.
it's 4. Okay, got it. Okay, got it.
Are you happy with my pool?
I am. You know what? I want you to. I want you to run out of ammo or not only have. These guys just woke up. They don't have a fucking
Yeah.
clue. Why do they have? Why are they skilled? I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Upgrade. Yeah, these guys just came out. These guys just came alive. Yeah, the 3.
Oh, there we go.
We're gonna say that the gun jams or something, so they're gonna need to prepare again next round. So they won't be able. They won't be
So
able
for our
to.
listeners, no successes,
No
3
success.
threat.
3 threat.
Hold on.
I think that's what I could do with that, right?
Yeah.
Can I change their despair die? They can't get any success on that despair, so theoretically, right?
The
So
red die?
Yeah. Maybe they can get a despair
Did you-
if they reroll it.
Do you curse
There you go.
all of them?
Oh,
or?
you can change that to a despair. So it's
There we
2
go.
threat and a despair.
Yes. I'd like to do that.
There we go.
Oh,
It's not a reroll. You change the face
Oh,
with the doom
okay.
effect.
Yeah.
Well, then. All right.
Oh.
I'll give them a despair.
So what would you like to do with the despair, Chris?
Go ahead, help me out there. Go ahead. You changed it.
The gun that
Daryl.
gets damaged?
I'm pretty sure.
No, they shoot their buddies. The other ones that shot me, they overshot. And can they do that with the despair? Probably not, eh? I'd say maybe then it jams. It jams.
Well,
okay.
Maybe in addition to hitting you, they also hit their friends.
With the despair,
yeah.
That's all the net roll ends up being is 2 threat and a despair. With the despair, yes, you can have them hit their friends. Yes, I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to question everything you ask. Let me answer it first.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, they hit the other minion group.
They hit the other minion group. So it's going to do minimum damage as if they had scored 1 success, which would be 10 damage to the other minion group.
Nice.
So they just brittle the backs of the other minion group, and then they have 2 threat left.
Let's see. The 2 threat, I think that... we'll just say that just causes them strain. A couple of strain there. Because they really lose control of it.
The gun is bucking out of their control.
It's bucking out of their control and just tearing them.
Cursed.
Yes, because they're cursed.
Which means for them it's wounds. So.
Right.
Right.
All right. So with a soak of 3, they're going to take 7, and that other minion group takes 7 wounds, which is going to take one of them out. So it is now a minion group of 2 on you there, Hugo.
Nice.
First player. We're in round 2.
Round 2.
We've done the first enemy slot. Now we're in first player slot.
All right. I mean, you guys can go. I was actually going to shoot at the group that were auto firing on us, but if
anybody can go, we're on a time schedule here. So somebody please
go ahead.
I can go.
Yeah, you're gonna hit the main guy. Still?
I'll try to hit the main guy again.
All right, Zszree.
Zszree will try and hit him again. What's the difficulty?
Well, he is at medium range from you, so that's going to be 2 normally.
Of course. Adversary.
Adversary
1, 2. All right.
And he has range defensive 1.
All right. I'm going to spend a maneuver to get closer in range. And take another maneuver to aim, taking 2 strain.
If you maneuver closer, wouldn't that reduce the difficulty? It wouldn't be medium range anymore; it would be short range. So you'd be only having 1 red die. I think.
Don't know. GM.
I'm sorry. What?
It would be
if I get closer, if I take I took another maneuver. I'll take my first maneuver to get closer in range.
Short range is as opposed to medium, so it should be 1 red instead of 2.
1 red, 1 purple. If you do that.
Right.
Yes.
All right.
So glad I got to answer that.
All right. And I forgot earlier, but dual wielder as a maneuver, although I only took 2 maneuvers. Never mind. I'm taking an aim. I'm taking an aim.
Okay.
Instead of aiming, so I'll just remove that one. Dual wheel as a maneuver for 2 strain. I can decrease the difficulty of the next combined combat check by 1, which I'm doing with the dual wielder.
Yeah, does it not when you add difficulty and then remove it? Because it goes up by 1 once you're doing it.
Stop. You guys have confused this. Okay. All right. What you moved into range, short range.
Right.
Which is normally 1 purple difficulty.
Right.
Now, it's upgraded twice for adversary, which changes it to 1 purple and 1 red.
Okay.
That's where we're at. Now, if you're going to use your dual wielder talent, you will drop a purple.
Okay. So I'll drop a purple, take the 2 strain, that's fine. Which leaves me with 3 yellow, a red, and a black.
Yeah, and I'm going to spend a GM point to put that purple one back.
All right. There we go.
Oh yeah.
So you're using your 2 weapons, right?
Yep.
As to their full effect.
We're still just a little bit wrong with that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I believe. You're at short range? Because you're at short range, right?
Yep. I moved.
Short range.
I took a new...
Dual wielding is 2 purple.
Yeah,
you remove
you're
one
right.
purple.
That's what I was trying to say.
Puts it to 1 purple. Then you upgrade twice. So I think we're right. Oh no! You need to make that a red. By the way, you need 2 red. You should have 2
So
red.
2 red and a black.
Yep.
2 red and a black. That's it. That's
That's it.
Chris was right.
Are we ready to roll?
Oh my
I'm good.
God,
I'm
we
good. I'm
overfucked
good
that.
because I've.
Because
I only had 2 glasses of wine.
I think
don't know
everybody
why I
out there. I think everybody out there. Before you apply adversary
Yeah.
or GM story points, get your difficulty pool set up right, especially when you're
That's
using
it.
these talents. I think that'll help. I think.
Right.
And I
think that'll
would have had to decide if I use a story point or not, but the
First.
GM already did, so I'm not going to spend a story point either. So like I said, 3 yellow, 2 red, 1 black now. All right, we're good. Rolling.
Let him up.
Oh, that
Oh,
you
right.
failed.
So I shoot, bang, 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 with both guns. Unfortunately, he's dodging and weaving, and
Yup.
I'm hitting lots of collateral stuff around him. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, so I don't actually hit him, but I do have an advantage, which I'll simply add to the next active player.
All right.
As he's distracted, he's going, "What the hell's going on?"
All right. Boost die for the next player to go. Whoever wants to.
Good, Hugo. You can take out the guys in front of you. We'll say like one of her shots ricochets,
That's it.
and like kind of hits one of the guys next to you and helps.
Yeah,
Even
distracts.
Distracts.
Even they're wondering what the hell's going on with all this lead flying.
Exactly.
Since I'm already engaged with the group in front of me,
She's laughing and then
all right. So let's see. I got a boost die from you. That's 3,
Okay.
2. Yep.
Copper shot cadavers have a melee defense of 2 because the
Okay.
copper shrouding.
Perfect. Whoops. There we go. Done. And do I have anything special with this? It's Pierce 2, Sunder, Vicious. Okay, no. I will aim as well.
oh damn, I forgot her accurate again.
And I don't... Yeah, mine's... Okay, I think that's it. You know what? I'm going to upgrade as well. And would you like to do something?
Yeah, sure. Throw in another boost die for random reasons.
Okay. Nothing
you go.
else? You want to do
It was
anything?
because Stefan rolled his... I'm just giving you the rest of his advantage from the previous
okay.
roll.
Well,
All right,
that's it because I forgot his accurate weapon.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna.
Nice.
All right, so the damage is 5 from his rotor
There we
sword.
go.
Cool.
And a chain sword, I think it is.
That
Yeah.
damage is wrong. It's not programmed into Fantasy Grounds,
I think you
right?
forgot that. I think you forgot to add your. I think you need to add your brawn to that as well.
It's a bronze not added to it, so it's actually 7.
Okay.
It's not.
yeah,
It's not your fault. It was just
Okay.
done. By
okay.
me.
So then it would be, it's a 6 base damage?
Yeah.
7 total.
Oh, okay, 7. Okay, because I have 2 roll. Okay, so 7
Brawn.
and 7. Yeah, because bronze 3.
We got bronze 3. It's 8.
yeah.
Then. My
Yep.
bad.
Okay. 8 with Pierce 2 and Sunder Vicious is Vicious 2 as well. I will, and a crit on this is 2. I
crit?
will,
A
Yeah.
crit is just gonna kill a minion.
There
Or
we
minion
go.
group.
okay, how many do I kill? I kill 1 automatically, right? With
Let's
this
apply
damage?
the damage first.
Okay. All right, so it's 8 Pierce 2.
8 pierce 2. So they will soak 1 of that. So that means they're gonna take 7. Which is this is group.
The one that's engaged with me, I think they lost.
There's 1 left with 1 wound.
Okay, then I'll crit him.
Boom.
Rid of him.
All right.
One
Yeah.
out.
So how does that look when you take out these 2 minions?
I basically just go from left to right, simple. Actually, I go down, I go up diagonally 45 degrees, and I just cut them both off. They're standing next to each other. Guts and gore go everywhere.
With the rotor sword, the chainsaw sword just cutting
Yeah.
through the meat like it's nothing.
Exactly. Like I'm chopping beef, man. It's all good.
The rotary sword. That's right.
Filet of minion.
There you
All
go.
right. The
Filet mignon?
underflayer
Filet of
is
minion.
not happy.
Mm-hmm.
The underflayer is not happy. He's going to boil someone's blood.
Uh-oh. That doesn't
Or,
sound
well,
like fun.
maybe not, but he's going to hurt somebody.
We'll see.
Um,
And I heard someone with that.
He has a signature spell here.
Uh-oh.
We'll call Exsanguinate. He's going to
Sounds
select
familiar.
one target at short or medium range.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Shit.
I think I think we're both at short range. Oh, I think we're all within range.
Yeah, me and Zszree definitely.
We're all within range.
Yeah.
So I'm going to choose Zszree
There we go.
because she's the one shooting at him.
Yeah.
There's
Dirty
that.
girl.
For some
And
reason,
he
I
is-
have a grudge against him.
He is going to make a blood magic check. For some reason, it's not working. Go figure.
That's okay. My blood
okay.
is boiling anyway.
He'll be making a blood magic check, and that difficulty is hard-coded at 3. And a range defense applies. What is your range defense?
0.
Okay. And so there is the pool right now. It's a spell, but it's an attack spell, so he can aim.
You can aim, but I'm going to spend a story point anyway because, magic.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because magic.
You guys have very much upset him, so he's roaring.
There we go.
And I will have a bit of monologue when I'm done with his roaring here.
Nice.
Oh, monologuing. That's good.
Yes. So that is his pool. We are rolling.
Very good.
Painful.
Ooh,
wow.
Okay. So it normally does +4 damage, and it's will based. So 8 damage normally, +2, 10.
Okay, -4 for soak. That's 6.
Okay. With Sunder and Vicious 4.
Hey, now. Come on.
But it's got a crit of Triumph only. So, he's going to, until the end of the, so it says here, if the check is successful until the end of the Underflayer's next turn, the target decreases the ability of any skill checks by one. Oh, this is a,
It's a curse
This is a
thing.
curse.
Kind of
Why does it have
Ooh.
Sunder and Pierce? That's freaking weird. Well, I reskinned an
don't
enemy
know.
from a book, but
All right.
so it's a successful
Write
curse.
them up.
He's cursing you. Your blood is leaving your body. Fiery blood is flowing onto the floor. So, with that with the successes, you're not actually going to take any damage. You're instead of the 10 damage, you're cursed.
Okay.
And suffer 1 wound each time. You suffer 1 additional wound each time you take wounds.
Oh, okay. Well,
All right.
I don't plan on taking wounds. So there.
With his advantage, he is going to sunder your pistols, so they will take 1 level of damage, which means that they take you're going to have a setback die every time you use them. That's what he does with his advantage.
On both guns?
I do believe it's only 1 advantage to activate Sunder on this.
All right, then.
Yes. It's only 1 advantage to activate the Sunder on this. So, 1 on each gun.
You bastard. I just like you,
So, there's that.
Fine.
With this last advantage, you'll give a boost die to the next enemy to go. Last player, that's Gustav, who's been sitting here patiently.
Yes.
Come on, Gustav.
So Gustav is gonna
Destroy
fire.
him.
He moves in. He moves down to that other group, that is firing their gun at everybody else that other than their targets, and moves within short range, firing up his electro gauntlet, and fires out an artifice attack spell that is lightning based to go out at them at
Nice.
short range. So that's my pool, and I'm also activating. So he gets to add Lightning Blast 2, and then it does +4 damage. It's being used as an implement, basically, for artificers. So I'm adding Lightning Blast for free,
Okay.
and I'm adding a difficulty so I can do the auto fire quality on lightning. So
Gotcha.
all right.
So, at short range, that's 2.
Short range is 1.
No, short range is 2 with auto fire.
Yes, 2 with auto fire. Correct. Yep. So it's 2 difficulty. All right.
This is for Bob.
And I'm aiming. So I'm going to take 2 strain, and then, so I move, taking 2 strain for aiming, and then 2 more for casting a spell. And
now,
that's what I'm doing.
You're aiming at what? Copper Shod Cadavers?
The Copper Shod Cadavers. That other minion group, yeah.
They have a range defense of 1.
All right. You happy with that, or?
No.
Or because magic? Because magic. All right.
Throw up a story point and upgrade that, please. And
Got
you're
it.
good. Roll it up.
Here we go. All right. Well, that's at least a hit. Which will do 9 damage, it looks like. So I got 1 success and 1 threat.
Okay, so you killed 1 minion in that group.
Sweet. And then
That's the guys with the gun.
Yeah, those are the guys with the gun. So there's only 2 of them there. And then for that threat, I'd like to just the electrical charge just kind of stuns them a bit. Oh, and by the way, I couldn't activate blast. Suck. And lightning.
Need advantage for that.
Oh, and by the way, they also take 2 stun damage each. Or they take 2 stun damage because that's what the lightning quality adds. No soak, I think. Pretty sure that's what that one is, right?
Okay.
Do I have to activate that, though? The stun quality?
In his monologue,
he
was yelling...
Sorry.
He was yelling... You cannot stop the minions of Lord Maleficent! We will overflow this world and take it for ourselves. And there you go. So...
He just told us his plan. He told us his true plan. He totally has like 2 setback dice now.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. All right, so he's going to go top of the round.
Monologuing. Come on, man.
And he is casting another spell, this time at Hugo. He will be attempting to break your bones.
But he's monologuing and casting a spell. That sounds like a boost die and a setback. Right? You know what bad guys get?
So he's doing a bone eruption. He's attempting to make your bones erupt from your body.
Sorry, that's only Sandra can do that.
She's wow. He's trying to give him a boner, but only Zszree knows how. So that's a setback right there.
All right. Very well then. You're up.
I have range defense of 1.
Range defense of 1. Got it. All right. And
only Zszree knows how to go by his defenses.
Anything else?
Difficulty's hard coded in. I see what happened here. Okay. Stefan, you're not sundered. Your pistols are not sundered. That was not on. Yeah, I see what it is. It's a glitch in the system.
Oh.
Whatever. That shit applies to this attack, not the other one.
He's going to sunder your bones.
I will upgrade the difficulty in that because...
Magic.
Well, he doesn't really want to hit Hugo.
All right.
No, it's because magic. Right?
Got it. It's coming at you.
Because Sandra. That's
I missed.
Nice.
Yeah, sweet.
Failed with an advantage.
There we go.
But he provides covering fire with his spell, so a setback die to whoever is the next to aim at him.
Sweet.
Can I go next?
Go ahead.
Sure.
You drunk bastard. Hurry up.
Yeah.
No.
So my guns are not sundered?
No, they are not. Okay, so what it is when I have the 2 spells copied into Fantasy Grounds. One of them is an attack spell, the other is a curse, and for some dumb fucking reason it copied over the attack spell properties into the curse as well.
Okay.
Interesting.
Probably because I'm an idiot, but that's beside the point.
That's all right.
All right, so Zszree goes next, and she has a grudge against this guy, the Underflyer. Oh yeah, even more now. It's like she's really pissed.
Yeah.
So she's aiming at him, and I don't know if you could apply the hunting goggles. It's only perception skills, but maybe not. You can always take a double aim against them.
Double aim's only 2 strain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a double aim. It's like, she's not going to fan the hammer. She's just taking her time. It's like, all right, you bastard. You're not going to take down any more of these innocent crew members of ours.
Don't forget, you get a setback die.
For what?
Well, to cover fire.
Being the next person firing at him. Yes.
Yeah.
Headshot.
Do I do this?
Come on, headshot.
Setback?
Yep.
Yeah,
Setback?
one setback. Yeah.
One setback? All right, fair
I just
enough.
wanted to quantify what it was for. That's all.
And difficulty is 2?
No, 1 for short range, right?
She's
All right.
still dual wielding 2 pistols. Are you going to try and hit with both, or are you just shooting with one?
Oh, no, dual wielding anyway.
Okay, so it is 2 purple dice
2
purple
at short
dice.
range.
2
All right.
perps.
2 perps.
Now, are you using any talents to affect the number of difficulty dice?
Well, as a maneuver, did you increase? No, she's already double aiming.
You already doubled your maneuvers. So,
Yep.
all right. So then just add adversary, which is
Mhm.
upgrade twice, and we're good.
God damn.
All right. And we're dead. Yes!
Oh.
4 advantage to a success, which means successful damage, and 4 advantage. So we're activating a freaking crit, finally. So as she's firing, bang, 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 still 7 damage,
Okay. I'll drop a personal crit on him. Are you ready?
personal crit.
Why'd you drop 2 wounds on him?
Because I thought she was going to hit twice. I'll take it back off.
Yeah. Oh,
85.
Are they vicious or no?
No,
Okay.
but
85.
85 is still
Winded.
winded. The target cannot voluntarily suffer strain to activate any abilities or gain additional maneuvers until this crit is healed.
Nice.
So, under flare, suck it.
All right. So all in the picture, those relics that he's holding in his one hand that he's been using this whole time, you hit those, and
Yeah.
the energy just washes over him, and he's roaring in pain. No!
Nice.
Next player.
There you go, under flare. I'm raking you over the coals.
So, hey, so Hugo, you mind if I go before
Go
this
for
mini
it.
group? Maybe I
Go
could
for
take
it.
them out before they kill me.
Go
Just
for
that
it.
comment should give a boost die to someone else.
Nice. All right. So same thing as last time, but he is going to double aim. You're going to take a bit of strain here
All right.
on them. And you said that they had a 1 range defense. I'll leave the story point. I'll leave the story point for Hugo there. So, are you good with that, or because magic?
Yeah, because magic, I'm going to
All
spend
right.
one.
That's what he
There you
thought.
go.
All right, here we go. Let's speed this along a bit. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Here's
There
what
you
I'd like
go.
to do there, Tony. So I got 2 successes, 3 advantage, and 2 triumphs. So
Yes!
that's 10
So-
damage.
Here's the successes.
That's 10 damage.
The copper shot cadavers are no more.
That's that minion group, right? It's gone.
Yep. So,
all right.
Yep.
So I did have. So lightning does give me auto fire. So it does make sense for this. So this lightning, okay, we're gonna say that it hits them and arcs to him at the same moment those artifacts kind of get hit with, kind of explode, right?
Boom, boom,
And
boom,
that
with
just
her,
kind of channels up into him. And if I could, I'd like to do the 10 damage to him with auto fire, with spending the 2 advantage for that.
I'm okay. It arced to him. It hits that. Boom.
Basically, that's how I describe the auto
Okay,
fire.
that's
right?
a triumph.
Yeah, well, that's actually no. That's just 2. That's just 2
That's
advantage.
just 2 advantage. Yeah,
To-
you
to
still have 2
activate-
triumphs.
Yeah.
Go, Gustav.
I'd like
Hey,
to.
Gustav.
I'd like to kind of take him out and cause a chain reaction to kind of take out all of this stuff in here in a way, if you don't mind.
Nope, that's fine. So
Question mark?
Half guys, just go.
You go
boom,
pull
boom.
the popcorn.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, the
along
lightning
those
hits the cadavers. Let me narrate.
Go
So the
for it.
lightning hits the cadavers. They just turn to ashes instantaneously.
Sweet.
From the power of it. The Gatling gun just tips over, unmanned. When it hits them, it hits this big cylinder behind them that was pushing power through the system, and it arcs off of that, bouncing over, hitting him. He vaporizes, and then another blast comes off that engine and arcs down the line and hits the other engine, and both of them just go, and you see shattered Fey crystal shooting into the air, and it sounds like the wail of a dying moose. Just as the
nice
energy goes up into the air, and it's all this greenish spiritual necromancy energy, and it just fades into nothingness.
Can I finish the scene just a little bit? As all this energy goes in, she twirls her 6 guns back in her holsters like, damn, I'm good, as she walks back towards the other guys. Her carefree, confident attitude, like, damn, I'm
he
good.
thinks it's her that did it.
All right, wrap up for the adventure, because we are at the very end. So, just so you know, these the copper-shod slave cowls are actually devices that they unearthed. You find out his notes. You find them. They unearthed these things when they were excavating under the city. They were actually slave cowls used by the Elder Fae, and it binds the cadavers to a general. That particular general can command these things telepathically, and they have no free will, which is the problem with raising revenants. They have free will.
Yeah.
But doing this, these are mindless undead. They were planning on filling the legions of their army with these mindless undead.
We could call ghouls.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I'll gather as much info as I can about it.
Yeah.
And
then, lastly, up in the gibbets, you find the remaining 4 crew members all alive.
All alive.
Still up in the gibbets. They have not been slain yet, because in order for the process to work, they have to put live bodies in.
All right.
All right. So Zszree just shoots the locks off, and come on.
Then they fall to their death.
Back to the ship.
Gotcha. No, just kidding.
You're welcome.
So
you rescue the crew to the ship. You return them to Captain Alistair Pendrake, and he will pay you all.
Follow me if you want to live, darlings.
He pays you all handsomely. End of story.
Nice. Well done, Tony. That was fun.
Well done.
Sorry, Tony.
Thank you.
It's okay.
That was excellent.
You didn't expect that 3 glasses of whiskey would put you in this shape. I understand.
No.
There is that.
So this is our first live play.
Yes.
We'll get better with time.
Or actual play.
Actual play. We are, we got a little crazy there with all the added effects and stuff at the end. But
that's right.
And also trying to rein in our drunken Stefan.
Yes. As a GM, I usually drink a lot less.
So our next show, we will be doing a show on, I do believe we're going to be doing it on the psychic hacking for our Tales of the Exelon Eclipse.
That'll sound like fun. That sounds like fun.
And then after that, we have an interview with a creator coming next month. And then we have another live play in April.
Yes.
Yep. And that will be Chris.
I will be running that.
Awesome. And if everything goes well, it'll be Scott Zumwalt for our interview. So hopefully everything should be okay.
Right. And it'll be Chris doing our next actual play, and Chris is going to be running myself, Stefan, and Jamie Pearson through some Inquisition.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good luck, Chris, because I plan to be just as drunk as this time. So
that's okay. I don't have to put you in a combat tracker. I'll put you in timeout. It's all good. No.
There you go.
So yes, tell us what you thought of the story. Tell us what you thought of how dumb we are when we make mistakes with our dice. And please send all complaints to findingthenarrativepodcast@gmail.com. Attention, Stefan.
Yes.
Oh, my brother from another mother. I was just going to say too.
I'll take all the complaints. I don't mind.
Daryl, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yes, thank you.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me on.
Definitely.
I hope you had some fun.
Definitely did.
One last thing, we need to shout out.
Oh,
we need to shout out to somebody in the Nerds International community. Pick someone, Daryl. Who would you like us to shout out to?
Yeah, like a podcast
I'm trying to think of anybody in particular. I guess Jamie. Any podcast?
The brewery.
I'll die.
Yeah.
The brewery, perfect. Yes.
Yeah, Jamie's going back live next Thursday with the brewery.
Mm-hmm.
We're going back into Terranoth. That's starring me, Chris, and Daryl playing in that. And he also is going to continue putting up his battle reports for doing Star Wars Legion.
Yep.
Check him out over at the brewery on YouTube.
About time the slacker.
He's got a Patreon.
Yeah, he's got a Patreon.
And then he's also got he actually posts, if anybody's interested in painting miniatures, there's a miniatures painting community that he posts on too. So
yep, over on the MeWe. He's on MeWe with us in the Nerds International community.
Yep.
And also he has oh crud, now I forgot what I was going to say. Damn it.
Oh, the Twitch channel?
Okay.
I'll put that in the show notes.
The Twitch channel, if you want to watch us play live on Thursday night.
That's 9
Thursday
o'clock.
night, 9 p.m. Eastern.
5 p.m. or no, it'd be 6 p.m. real people time, he calls it. So
yeah, 6 p.m. Pacific, right?
Pacific time. I'd like to do a little shout out to Matt Stark. It was his birthday yesterday as of this recording. Mm-hmm. So he's turned 42. Which is of course the magical number of which is the answer to the meaning of life.
Question.
That's right. The meaning of life, the universe, and everything.
Do you want to know why they? My theory why they came up with that 42. Do you guys want to know?
No.
Go ahead.
That's actually the ASCII code for an asterisk. And whenever you put an asterisk next to something, you can make it whatever you want. So I could put an asterisk next to my name and put down at the bottom Tony Fanning, if I wanted to. So that's the answer to life's most important question.
Well,
that's my theory, by the way. So.
I told Matt that since this is the answer to life, the universe, and everything, it's his year of enlightenment. So hopefully he'll achieve enlightenment and get really happy.
That's right. And if not, he'll get really sad.
Well, it's not my fault then.
Well, there's always coronavirus. Maybe he can get that too. All right.
Well, that's a couple of beers in them, a couple of Mexican beers, and
Better that than syphilis.
Love you, Matt.
Nice.
Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I love you, you big blonde barbarian.
All right. So, with that being said, this is Tony saying, spend a story point. Let's make a story.
And this is Stefan saying, don't forget to ask for those boost dice, because I surely don't.
And then this is Chris saying, remember the rule of cool, even if you're playing with a drunk buddy of yours, but just have fun.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
He's still pouring those down his throat.
Isn't
I'm
he,
just
though?
saying.
Jeez.
And Daryl? The wisdom?
You know what? Play as many games as you can. It's a lot of fun.
That's right. And don't say no. Be a hoe. Don't say no.
Don't say
Be a
no.
hoe.
Be a hoe.
Yes, and. That's what you're supposed to say. Yes, and.
There you go. All right.
Say Mo, please.
All right. Night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Finding the Narrative, a Genesys RPG podcast, is not affiliated with or endorsed by any companies mentioned on this show. Any of the products mentioned on our show or appear on our website are the property and copyright of their respected owners. All items are used under fair use and educational and review purposes. All other items are the intellectual property of Finding the Narrative, a Genesys RPG podcast. Copyright 2020, all rights reserved.